Hey everyone, thank you for joining us. This is House of Lament, and please hit that like button and enjoy the show. We'll get started here in just a second. Okay,
Well, how's everybody doing today?
I'm
Awesome.
I'm back. So this adventure, House of Lament, you guys are third level characters, and it began when you came, each of you, into some sort of cryptic message that gave you directions to an unfamiliar but nearby meeting place. So let's go through some character introductions, and if you want to share what that message was for your character, you can. And let's start with Dyrim. Go ahead, Dyrim.
Hello, I'm Dyrim. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm about 43 years old, not 143. Um, a bard of many talents. I have been many places, and I can do many things. I have a story for every occasion, and even more insults. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
All right, our next character is Magdal. You're muted if you're talking, Magdal.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, sure can.
Oh, sorry about that. Magdal is a wildfire druid who spends most of her time in the forest, but has left the forest. She had some tragedy young, and she spent most of her time with one druid in the forest who passed, and now she's out on her own. She's a little bit quirky. She's a little bit different as far as focus and everything else. You might see her quite distracted. So, yeah.
Next we have Quantum. We'll come back to Quantum here in a minute. Next we have, is it Roddy or Ratty?
Roddy is good.
Roddy. Go ahead.
Okay, Roddy is a Tabaxi monk. She comes from a family that deals in some not so nice things. When she stuck her toe into those waters, she saw something that changed her life and made her leave that type of a life. And now she is trying to fight evil and doesn't like to talk about the past that much, so don't ask her about it. And yeah, she's trying to get over that.
All right. Next we have Yashay.
Everyone, he kind of crosses his arm over his chest and does a little bow. My name is Detective Yishay Whitemane. I am a paranormal investigator of sorts, and I've been drawn to this area because, well, I've got some research that I need to do on a particular case. And he is a reborn human warlock of the undead sort.
Very good. Okay. So the five of you, soon to be six, potential or five potentially, uh, have received a cryptic message that directed you to an unfamiliar yet nearby meeting place. Following those directions, you come to a an disused trail that's overgrown with weeds and the roots of spindly trees. A light drizzle begins to fall as you travel. As you approach a wooded crossroads, the leaden rain makes the cloaked form standing there seem all the more unreal. Yeah. Show you guys a map here. So, when you see this form standing in the middle of the crossroads, what do you want to do, Dyrim?
I will stop and call out and say, "Well met. What are you hanging about in this dreary woods for? And see if they respond at all.
Very good. Magdal, you see the same form. You don't see anyone else in the other characters that you are about to run into. What do you want to do, Magdal? The form is cloaked and head down. I think you muted it if you're talking. And the rain's dripping off his cloak. Okay.
Hello, stranger. Hello, stranger.
Then Ishay, what do you want to do?
I'll just continue approaching.
Ishay walks on forward. And Roddy, what do you want to do?
She'll walk forward and say, "Did you send this?" Showing the little note.
Nice, okay. So, two of you are approaching, and as you're approaching, you can see each other as you clear the trees and the forests. The figure in the center of the pathway. Its head snaps up. It glares with piercing yellow eyes. You'll all later swear it was looking right at you. What you took for a cloak spreads around it, revealing itself to be a pair of mighty black wings. With one powerful motion and a blast of chill air, the wings sweep and the vague figure is gone into the mists above. And now you can see, through this crossroads, the four of you kind of staring each other down. And still waiting for number 5. Okay, so now, Darim, you've seen this figure disappear. It looked humanoid in form. Its wingspan might have been about 10 feet, and it disappeared in the mist, and it's gone. No sound or anything coming from it, just the leaden rain hitting the ground. But you see these other adventurers coming your way. What do you want to do?
I will slowly approach the crossroads, again, calling out a welcome. Fellow travelers, are you friend or foe?
Magdal, what do you say as you see the other adventurers?
I think I'll she'll kind of just run up.
She rushes forward to the spot where the creature left.
Yeah, and did any of you see that?
All right, and then Ishay, what do you do?
Continuing forward, look at Magdal. I'll say, yes, that was very intriguing to say the least. And then to Dirham, I believe that I'm friendly enough. I don't bite, if that's what you're asking.
I can't say the same for myself.
And then Roddy, go ahead.
I guess she'll continue towards everyone and look around for the thing that disappeared, but say, "I don't know you to know if I am your friend or foe."
Okay, and looking... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
Okay, so you guys are meeting each other, and you look around, specifically Magdal and Ishay. You guys see about a half dozen sizable black feathers on the ground here, getting wet with the rain, and a planchette decorated with bird skulls. Here's a picture of what that planchette looks like. It's a piece that goes with a spirit board for divining and communicating with spirits. So that's, of course, a much blown up picture of what the planchette is that you find on the ground there. All right.
I'm curious.
When you're another quick tip, when you're sharing actions and stuff like that, share them kind of in the third person until we get real familiar with everyone's voice. Stacy, you have advantage. We can tell your voice apart pretty quick. But others kind of sound the same until we're used to each other. So, let's see. You guys were talking to each other. Dyron, go ahead.
Dirham says, I know what that is. It's, I'm familiar with means of communicating with the spirit world. And that this is a device well known for that. Also, Dirham will probably, while doing other things at this point, fix a tale in his mind so he can remember it in case it's needed to help anyone anytime soon, which would be the tale of the beloved friends.
Very cool. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I rolled it manually. But
Oh, you did
that's
manually. Okay.
well, because I didn't want to interrupt. So yeah, I rolled the die to select that one.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, does anyone have any idea where you're at or what you're doing here?
Quantum definitely doesn't. Can you hear me?
We
Quantum
see
has
you.
appeared.
Quantum, thank you.
Yeah,
So, as the
I
four
got
of you,
on my phone.
as the four of you are gathered around the crossroads, another figure comes up out of the rainy mist, tall, broad-shouldered, with some orcish heritage to them, and that is Quantum. So, Quantum, you arrive on a crossroads where you see four individuals, two of them fairly small, two of them about the size of humans, although one looks like a cat, the size of a human, gathered around and conversing with each other. They're holding about a half dozen black feathers that they found and a planchette, a piece from a spirit board that they found.
God damn it.
So we've done character introductions. Let's do your character introduction, Quantum. Go ahead
All
and
right, just a
give a
second. I'm
brief description of your character.
trying to find a note I made that doesn't seem to have been saved. Well, you've seen the picture. Let me pull this up. That is very weird. No, because I had that note you sent me on one of my other notes, and it's not there anymore. So, you see a male. You're pretty sure it's a half orc underneath the hat and behind the cigar. It's about 6'2", 260, 31, which is middle-aged for a half orc. He's got neck length brown hair, tan skin, and once he gets closer, especially you sharp-eyed ones will notice he's got black eyes set in a blood-red sclera. He looks like he's just your average guy, lives a modest lifestyle. He's obviously got the Fantasy City trench coat on, and that's what you see.
Okay. A couple of housekeeping things here real quick. We're going to take a break at about an hour and a half in, just for your reference. We'll try and hit lunch 3.5 to 4 hours in. Take an hour and a half break for lunch. And
Okay.
so that's that for that. If you look in the journal, you'll see that's the thing that looks kind of like a newspaper up above the chat log. You'll see one of the folders that says safety, and if at any time anything's going on that you're not comfortable with, just drag one of those cards onto the table. X card is stop. There's a pause card, and the other cards, if you double click on them, they'll give their description of what they're for. So you have a fade to black for the scene card. That's the end card. The O card is it's okay to proceed, after pausing. And then, of course, pause. And X is to stop whatever's going on and forward on to the next part. Just for your reference and safety. Okay, back to the scene. So you guys are gathered around now. Introducing yourselves to each other. Learning what you're doing here. Does anyone want to share why they're here?
Skyrim says, it's nice to see you all. I was drawn through the mists here on what is probably part of my lifelong quest. I would rather not talk too much about it, but I have long lost friends that I thought I might finally be on the trail of finding.
Missing persons. Well, that's curious. It's similarly why I'm here, Yishe says. I'm trying to find a few missing individuals. Perhaps they're the same.
Well,
Unlikely. I come from a band of troopers from, well, I don't know where it would be in relation to where we are, since I don't yet know where we are, says Dyram.
yeah, you all kind of share where you came from. And it seems that in every direction, which is nearby in theory, are landmarks others don't remember. Like Ishe came from the road to the east and described what he saw, but none of you know that being anywhere near where you came from. So this is a strange location. Looking down all four roads, there's just mist in all four directions. There's nothing that would point you to where you're supposed to head. It seems you're going to have to pick randomly one of those four roads to travel down.
Interesting. Well, when
No,
in
the
doubt,
creature, it just disappeared. It didn't like go down one of the roads, right?
Correct. It spread its wings out, flapped them, and flew up into the sky, into the mist, and out of sight.
Dyram looks at his companions and says, does anyone recognize these feathers? Anything we can learn from what this creature has left behind? The planchette or the feathers that we have found on the ground?
yeah, I'll take a look at the feathers. Try to figure out what kind of creature they belong to. Yishe says.
All right. So, does anyone have any training in survival?
Yes, Roddy does.
Roddy, okay.
Magdale
They look like
does as well.
they look like crow feathers or raven feathers, but much larger than any natural raven. That is for sure.
They probably belong to some sort of were-raven then. I've encountered them once before. Friendly enough creatures.
Well, with that in mind, you think that maybe that figure you just saw might have been one. It was cloaked, hard to see, but its wings were definitely feathered and black.
Magdale chimes in and she says, "Have any of you been writing me messages in the mud?"
No.
No.
Okay.
Very curious. Someone leaving you notes.
Yeah.
What do they say? Yishe asks curiously.
Oh, they're just telling me to find somebody, telling me to find her. Which road should we go? Well, you guys want to go down one of these roads?
Yishe points to the north. I have a feeling that might be the route that we should take. Even though I know Quantum, you just came from there, I've got a gut instinct,
All right.
hunch, if you will.
Yeah, Dyram expresses willingness to follow the investigator.
Is there anything at all to distinguish one direction from the other?
No, Quantum, there's not. And it's odd in that the descriptions that each of you give tell you that there should be nothing back any of the directions except where you came from. But you won't know till you try.
Dyram does pick up the planchette and look at it. Do I know anything, or can I glean anything from the Ouija board pointer that we find?
Nothing except it's what you just said it is.
Right,
If
okay.
you find a spirit board, you would place it on top of the board and let the spirits guide you to look through the reticle and see what words they are sharing with you.
Excellent.
So Yishe, you say go north, and do the rest of you all follow?
Seems as good a way as any.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you head north into the mists, and not too long afterward you find yourself back at this crossroads. You continue down another path, and another. It seems you're trapped in this otherworldly domain. Every time you walk down a path, it just leads you back to this crossroads. And then, Magdal, you see something in the mud to the side of the path. Maybe an arrow, a line with a little tick at the end of it. pointing down the last path you haven't gone down, the one to the east.
I see something. There's something drawn in the mud. I think we should go this way.
The
What
rest
is
of
that
you
to
look
do
down
with-
at the mud that Magdal points to. You're not real sure you see the same thing Magdal sees.
Magdale. Okay.
It could be what Magdal says, but that's the one you haven't been down, so east it is. Dusk is approaching as you head down that path, and as the gray light in the cloudy sky begins to dim and turn dark, a faint light becomes visible through the haze. The path begins to move up a wooded hillside. Gradually the haze and brush give way, revealing a bald hilltop. There stands a grim black tower, the last defiant turret of a long crumbled fortress. Attached to this tower is a 3-story manor house, weather-beaten and veined with ivy. A porch girds the house, its sagging roof sheltering a stout front door that stands open and emits flickering light. There's a wagon, very brightly painted, parked near the steps that lead up onto the porch of the house. And you see a single figure unloading equipment out of the wagon. There's a horse also attached to it. The figure is maybe a young man, a teenager in age. They have not taken notice of you as you're coming up the path. Let me show you what that looks like on the map. Any of you want to cast any spells as this comes into sight, like mage armor or such? All right, so grab you guys, move you over here. Here's a picture of the house. There is no big face over the top of it, but you can see to the left the giant tower. That's the last thing that remains of an old castle that was here, and then the manor house built adjacent to the tower.
Dyrem comments, well, this looks cheery.
Yeah, very quaint indeed.
Nice size joint.
And Dyrem reaches out and puts his hand on Yishe, our investigator, and does cast guidance. Says, why don't you maybe check this out ahead of us? You seem to be the investigative sort.
There's a couple of us here like that.
Can do. Yishe
I
says,
will cast guidance for you.
oh wow.
Oh, you didn't want to. I wanted to. There we go.
Greetings, friend. Yishe approaches the young man. Could you perchance help us? We're trying to find our way through this mist. It seems we've gotten a bit lost.
Just a second here. I might have made it all dark for you guys. I'm fixing that right now.
And the only note that we've gotten so far was to just meet at the crossroads, correct?
That was the only note you've had so far. That's correct.
And it doesn't have like any names or anything on it.
No, it was, as you guys compare notes, they were kind of all different between each of you. And just messing with the lighting. Okay. So if you look down below where you're at, if you zoom out, here's kind of an outline of the house down here. The porch leading up to the front doors, and the front doors are right here on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so,
There.
back outside here, as you approach this wagon, this young man who is unloading boxes out of the wagon, he turns startled and says, why, hello. Who are you?
My name is Yishe. I'm kind of lost, to tell you the truth, and I was hoping that you could help us get our bearings.
Yes, I'm Erasmus, and this is an old house that my father is investigating. Maybe you could help me carry some stuff inside, and I will introduce you to him.
That would be easy enough for us. I kind of look over my shoulder and wave for everybody to come up.
Okay, grab you all. So you can get a glimpse inside the wagon. You see it is full of investigatory equipment and books, and there are rations and foodstuffs and tents and everything needed for an expedition and for investigating haunted places such as this. So, I'm going to move you guys down here to this map here. You follow this young man up onto the steps of the porch that hugs the house. It's covered in dead vines, but otherwise unremarkable. It's creaky as soon as you walk across it, and you swear you see some little things wriggling in between the wood, like maggots, as you walk toward the front door. The front doors are open. The boy comes to the front doors, leads, and goes inside ahead of you. And the first room you come to has peeling wallpaper and cobwebs and a musty scent clinging to the walls. A curving staircase rises from the cracked tile floor to a balcony up above you, keeping its distance from a darkened chandelier that hangs from the ceiling. At the room's center, a bronze sculpture of an antlered eagle perches atop a marble pedestal. The ceiling here rises 20 feet from the floor. There's doors all around, so I highlighted a couple. There's one there, one there. All right. The young man opens the door to the north to allow you to enter, and he steps back, for he announces, "Father, I found some people wandering in the outside. They don't know where they're at. I'm hoping you can help. There's a man inside the room." Draw the room for you here. So this room has dozens of faded portraits covering the parlor's walls. The eyes are fixated on a circular table that bears an ornate spirit board. A wide mirror hangs over a tall fireplace set into the northern wall. The investigators have been stashing their equipment and books here. Lining the northwest corner of the room are various chests and books and crates and such. And standing by the fireplace, looking through a book, is an elderly gentleman. You can see there's lots of white in his hair. He doesn't make any move to turn to look at you at all as you're announced. What do you guys want to do?
Hello, friend. Yishe says, kind of approaching the table, running his hand along it, and noticing the spirit board. I'm here, I guess, investigating a missing persons report. A few of us encountered each other and have been wandering around trying to find our way. Inadvertently, coming here. Just curious if you had any information on where we were, or what this place is, and
The man
also
is
what this planchette is.
The man seems startled as you first start to speak, but then you can see he calms himself before he turns. He slowly turns, and you see him. I got a picture of him here. Here's a picture of the gentleman that you're speaking to. As he turns and looks, he's got a close-cropped beard, and his hair has plenty of white in it. He sets the book down on the mantelpiece, and he says, "Well met. What brings you to this house?"
Well, we've lost our way, from what I can tell, but many of us were requested to search for someone or something.
Well, that's
Dyram says who has the planchette, and we found this. I believe the spirit board was on the table. correct?
there is a
There
spirit
was
board
one?
on the center of the table. The man cocks his head a little bit quizzically, and he says, "That is interesting because this spirit board is missing its planchette. I am here investigating this house. I have heard rumors that it is haunted. Maybe something brought you here for some reason. Maybe we can perform a seance and ask the spirits of the house, and maybe they will know why you are here."
Spirits often know many things that we ourselves do not. Seems reasonable enough to me.
The spirits always know.
We have all these black feathers.
Can I take a
Yes.
look at one, please? He reaches out a hand.
We'll give him one.
Okay, he looks over the feather. He says, "Interesting. This looks as if it might be from a were-raven. Did
That
you
was what I
see?
deduced as well.
Did you see the creature that left this?"
Yes, it was a rather large humanoid with wings,
Hmm.
black as night, yellow eyes.
His countenance seems to enlighten a little bit, as if that news has meaning to him. He says, "I am Dr. Rudolf von Richten, and it seems that the forces opposed to the evil spirits may be what brought you here. At least I hope that is why it was. I will prepare the seance. You are welcome to investigate the house. In fact, I would welcome the help if you can share with me what you find. Come back after exploring a little, and I should have the seance ready."
Ending.
Oh, okay, Dr. Ruby.
Well, certainly nothing can go wrong with that, says Dyron.
Van Richten looks at Quantum, and he says, "You are a strong, burly-looking fellow. Perhaps you can help to bring more of my books in."
Sure, Doc. And I'll follow the boy back out if he's headed that way.
You turn to look, and you see a glimpse of the boy out here already heading towards the wagon. So you can follow him on out.
Okay.
And we will come to first Dyrim. Which way do you want to head, Dyrim? Or you guys can
Let's see.
discuss amongst yourselves if you want to decide to go together.
Yeah, we're in the parlor. I would turn to my companions, not being the. Although I am stout, I am not that tall. So I might turn particularly to the rather tough-looking monk near
Yes,
me and
she's
say,
very tall.
yes. So, would anyone like to accompany me on wandering about this lovely manse?
Yes, I'll come with you.
And
Which way
what?
should we go?
Yeah, what are the exits from this just back out to the stairwell, DM? Let me
Okay.
ask, and then is that?
There's two. Yeah, there's two.
Oh, there are two doors. Okay,
two doors out,
got it.
and then
I
3
was
doors
zoomed
out
out.
of the stairwell, and of course up the stairs as well. Okay,
Well,
Dyrin, which one do you
Magno.
want to go through?
I will follow Roddy's lead.
Okay,
I
Roddy.
like to be behind the
Which-
bigger person.
Which door would you like to go through, Roddy?
Okay. Where were the doors? I'm sorry, I'm not good with.
So in the parlor, there's 2, one to the west and one to the east. And in
Okay.
the stair room, there are 3, 2 to the west and 1 to the east.
All right. I guess should we go to the west?
Okay.
Maybe?
Opening up the western door, you see a hallway extending to the left and to the right, with multiple doors off the hallway. To your left, you look and you see there's a little area with 3 doors off of it. And to the right, there's 3 doors to the right.
Lead on, brave monk.
I'm sorry, I accidentally left the game. I'm trying to get back into Roll20.
That happens.
Dyron, once you pick, you can still be second in line.
Sure. Why don't we head out and to the right, away from
Okay.
the stairwell,
Okay, you come to
into
the
that first door on the west? Yeah, on the
first door
west
on the
wall there.
west. That first door on the west opens up into a sitting room. The place expresses a dubious taste in curio collecting. There are some sitting chairs, there's various tables and cabinets, all of which have strange little curios amongst them. On the table you find a handsome white quill, which stands out being kind of very clean compared to the dust and decay of the rest of the room.
Being the sort who loves words and writing, Gyrim examines the quill, picks that up.
Okay. So you guys can explore. We'll do like 3 rooms at a time, or you can carefully explore one room before we like switch back to what other people are doing. So, do you want to carefully explore this room, Dyram, or go on to another?
You know, I think go on to another.
Okay.
Get the lay of the land.
I hear, Quantum, I see you lighten up, but it's just garbled. Were you saying something? No. Okay. Continue on and do another, get the lay of the land. Okay, into the hall? To the straight ahead door or to the right door?
I would go straight ahead.
All right.
Ooh.
Straight ahead opens up into a conservatory. You see desiccated vines sprawling across tables and foggy glass walls. There's rusted gardening tools and pots of barren soil lying scattered across sturdy wooden tables. Let's see. Roddy, you're the first one in the room, and you see something. None of you, the rest of you see this, only Roddy sees it. Between eye blinks, the conservatory is alive and filled with flowers. A transparent woman with a veiled hat and parasol strolls through the room. She pauses here and there to admire a bloom or adjust a pot, then looks toward you, right at you, Roddy. As suddenly as she appeared, she vanishes, though, and the room lies in ruins once again. Here's a picture of what the woman looked like right here. There are no other exits out of the room, so one more room to you do a cursory check through that room and find nothing of value in it. You do, however, find inexplicably one plant still alive and flourishing in the room. It is, let's see, anyone trained in nature?
Usually is.
Ishe is?
Magdale has a +2.
Magdale's +2. Okay.
For me.
The plant is a belladonna plant. It's got fat black berries on it, and they look pretty succulent. All right. One last room for you guys, or you can carefully explore this one. Want to go to the door to the east, Ira?
Sure. Yes, why don't we open the door to the east?
The last room before I go back to your companions who are doing other things. This room is a large ballroom. It's got an intricate spider-like pattern on the floor. There's broken boards marring the web-like design worked into the floor. A short stage for a long-departed musician stands at the room's far end. It's overlooked by cracked, stained glass windows. So, I need to know where everyone's at now. So, as you're entering the room, Roddy, with Dyron behind, everyone else put your tokens where you want to be at this time. Okay. Then, as you 3 step into the room, or step into the room, a hollow, mocking voice reaches you, echoing as if from far away. I'll give you a simple choice, my misguided knights. You can join Lady Silvra, and I'll entomb you all within my fortress's walls, or forsake your commanders, bear witness to her execution, and then walk free to tell all of Dranzorg's justice. My mercy knows but a moment, friends. Choose. You can join Lady Silvera, and I'll entomb you all within my fortress's walls, or you can forsake your commander, bear witness to her execution, and then walk free to tell of Dranzorg's justice. What do you say, Roddy?
We just hear this, we don't see anything.
Correct. Nothing visual, yeah.
She is looking around confused.
Okay, so no reply.
No, she doesn't say
Okay.
anything.
What do you say, Dyrim?
Dyrim also looks around, seeing if he can find the source of the voice, and says, I'm afraid you'll have to be a little clearer with us. One, we don't see Lady Silvera, and your justice sounds unpleasant.
Then, Yishe, what do you say?
I will renounce nothing. I will stand by the lady of the house, I assume.
Very good. Magdal, what do you say?
Magdale, is there another option, or is it just the two?
Okay. After you've all answered, there is a shriek, a mighty shriek. It's ear-splitting. It hurts your head. You reach up reflectively to block it. As it echo dies down out of the room, I'm sorry, as the echo dies down the room, you look around, you see that blood is trickling out of Roddy's ears and out of Magdal's ears. Roddy and Magdal, you guys each take 10 points of psychic damage. DC 14 wisdom save to cut that down to 5. The other two of you, Dyrim, and you're kind of mocking of the thing, and Yishe, and you're standing by Lady Silvera, the sound was not quite as loud for you. Your ears are not bleeding. You don't take any damage at all. And now the room is silent. More silent, you think, than you even came in. And you notice something. On the windows past the stage, there are fractures all of a sudden. You hear a clink, clink, and then a clatter as some shards of glass fall to the ground. And now you see on these stained glass windows, the fractures look like Dyrim and Yishe, as if they were formed into the stained glass of the windows. As if they're trapped now in the glass.
It is mildly disconcerting to say the least, but honestly not entirely unexpected.
Okay, let's switch back.
I expected to see myself on this stage, but not quite in that fashion.
Let's switch back to Quantum. So, Quantum, you were going out to help the young man Erasmus to gather more supplies and bring him into the house. Anything else you want to do besides that general work?
No, unless something else happens.
Okay. So you go trudging back and forth along the porch, and make a wisdom insight check for me, please.
Okay, so 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Nope. Okay. That doesn't look like anything.
Ignore what I did. I was just looking up what your rules are. Minimum is an 11.
Yeah, none of them seem to be applicable.
So make a wisdom insight check, please.
I did. didn't I?
There it goes.
Yeah.
Nice roll.
Oh,
19 on the roll. Okay. You notice something strange. So you're carting books back and forth and crates back and forth. You notice that as you walk into the room and put the crates down, von Richten, who pays you very little mind anyway, pays absolutely no mind to Erasmus, his son, as if Erasmus isn't even there. He gives you directions, put it over there, pointing to places, but never to his son. As you're pondering that, having come back for the third trip, you hear a scream, an ear-shattering scream, come from down the hall. What do you want to do?
I will run towards the screen.
All right.
I'll run inside.
Yeah, so you come running out of this room, run down the hall, step into the room behind these three just in time to see Roddy and Magdale kind of wiping away some blood off their ears. And you look at the windows and you see the stained glass forms of Yishe and Dairim in the windows, but they're also still in the room. All right, so now you're all back together. Where do you guys want to go to next or do next? You've searched that sitting room and the room with the old withered plants and this ballroom you haven't quite searched yet.
Yeah, what the hell's going on here? And shockingly enough, things don't seem quite right from what I'm noticing.
Yes, it would be apparent that this place is actually haunted, Yuche says in reply. We just encountered some sort of strange voice, and then myself and Dirham's image appeared in the window.
For Roddy, I don't think D&D Beyond is taking the hit points across. So if you could please manually update the hit points on your token so the other characters can see if you're injured or not.
Okay. How do I do that?
Click the token, and then there'll be a green circle with the number 24 in it. Click that number, type minus whatever damage you took, and then hit enter.
Now when I click the token, there's a big box that pops up with a lot of different things.
That is all the macros across the top of the screen. So if you
Okay.
click the token, there'll be just a little green circle with a 24 in it.
Ouch.
Right by the token.
It's like
I think that box is covering the oh wait, is it?
Oh, don't double click it, just single click the token. And you can close the box that appeared.
Oh, here's the 24. Okay.
Yeah, just single click it, click on the 24, and the green circle, type -5 or -10, whatever you took, and hit enter.
Wait, how do you close the box?
There should be an X. See, if you double click it, there's an X on the top right.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Alright, so you'll update your hit points there. You guys are talking about what you saw here. Go down through the list here in order of people that haven't
keeps
really
coming
directly
up.
active yet.
Sorry.
Magdale, what do you want to do?
She'll kind of hug the wall and kind of walk towards the stage a little bit.
Okay.
And just be like, and just kind of call out and be like, "Hey, lady, that really hurt. Are you coming back?"
No answer. Quantum, what do you want to do?
I just kind of look at him peculiarly. He's trying to talk to some lady. And he will look around the room, and if they told him, the whole thing of what happened with the voice and such, it would be like, lady, if you're still here, as many before you have, you may come to me for aid. Guy, if you're the one causing distress, You just better cut it out.
You hear a hollow, mocking laughter, a male, masculine laughter to that.
That's completely surprising.
You do not hear a shriek like the others did. And
Well, that's
another
good.
window cracks and breaks, and the stained glass moves around, and now you can see your form in the third window, Quantum.
Oh, good.
Roddy, what would you like to do?
Um, um, she is just going to look around the room to see if she could see anything that would give her any clues as to what the voices were talking about.
Okay, search in the room. Make a wisdom perception check for me, please. Dyram, what do you want to do while she's doing that?
Well, Dyram cannot resist the fact that there is a stage here, especially with a picture of them in the window. So hops up on the stage, pulls out their lute, and tries to dispel the gloom with a brief melody.
All right. Then,
You got your guitar with you? That's great.
I always have a ukulele handy.
you find Roddy discarded near the fireplace a comb made out of bone with a leaf-shaped handle.
A comb? Did you
Yeah,
say like a
comb,
hair
like a
comb?
hair comb. Yeah, discarded near the fireplace. Your melody, Dyram, soothes the rest of your group. Ishay, what do you want to do?
He will approach the door over here, kind of running his hand along the frame, and then just open it up, see what's in here.
A closet is what you find. And inside said closet is withered decorations from past celebrations, a faded banner depicting numerous winged seahorses, and the words Happy Birthday Reagan and Bastion.
Twins, perhaps. Curious. I'll kind of look around in here and see if there's anything else.
Nothing else in there. You search it. You do a perception check. Roddy, did you want to do anything with that comb or just stash it away?
She's gonna do take a look at it. Is
It's made out
anything
of
weird
bone.
about it, or
Made out of
No,
bone,
no.
so that's a little weird. It's got a
Right.
leaf-shaped handle. Other than that, no, nothing else.
Okay.
Okay. Dyram, where to next? Which door you want to open? You guys have finished searching the room and find nothing else.
I think I would follow where I forget Ovichet, right? Ovichet is, and that looks like a door down there on the lower right.
It is,
Although, as I go past, since I know Roddy looks quite hurt and still bleeding from the ear, I would get close, put my hand on Roddy's shoulder, and whisper a tale of lovers reunited after many years, and dispense tales of the beloved friends on them. So, which I think grants 5 temporary hit points.
That is correct. Actually, it's
4, I think is. I have to roll my
your
die,
bardic inspiration
but,
die. There's a button for it there, Tale of Beloved Friends button.
Oh
Or
yeah,
you
there.
can roll a die.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, that's what I was looking for. There's your button. So
Okay.
6.
So Roddy gets
6.
6 temporary hit points. So Roddy, for that, you double-click your token. I'm going to do it for you, but you double-click your token, and in the bar 2 field, you would type a 6 and then hit save. That shows you got 6 temporaries. And then Dyram, you can do one other
Oh, no, that
person.
doesn't restore my hit points that I lost. That just adds to
Correct.
temporary.
Just temporaries.
Yeah.
So Dyram, target and another creature of the target's choice. So Roddy, who else would you like to have those 6 temporary hit points?
Oh, who was the other person that
Direm casts it on you. Quantum is adjacent to you. Magdal's not adjacent to you, so it can only be
Right.
either Quantum or Direm.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll do quantum since.
Quantum. All right, Quantum, you can
Direm
increase
was
your
on, I
temps to 6.
All right. Hey, no such thing as just 6 temporary hit points. Let's see.
So double-click your token and type it in the gray circle.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so now you head out the eastern doors, everyone.
Yup.
Out the eastern doors is a hallway with a door to the left, or a couple doors to the left, actually. Some portraits in the walls. To the right, more portraits and 3 more doorways, one of which probably leads back to the parlor from where it's situated. Which door next, Ishe?
Let's do this north door right here.
All right. The north door opens up into a closet that is conspicuously empty.
I'll take out my magnifying glass and kind of run it over the floor really
Okay.
quick to see if there's any trap doors.
Everyone who wants... Ishe goes in first, looks around. Everyone who wants to also follow can do a intelligence investigation check.
I shall do so.
Do I have advantage with my magnifying glass, or is that on level thing?
That's a good question. I haven't looked that up. Assume you do for now, and I will look it up. Okay.
Ishe, is it safe to come in? Oh, even better.
Good enough to me. But I don't think we all want to pile in this closet. Just saying.
Grants advantage on any ability check made to appraise or inspect an item that is small or highly detailed. Okay.
I did not know that.
As you guys are investigating the closet, put all your tokens where you want to be, please.
Right. Where?
Including you,
So
Quantum.
this
There you
is
go.
this the closet here, that square?
The closet is... Yes, you are in the
So
closet.
you guys are in the closet.
Roddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in the closet.
You are, yeah.
Yeah.
As you're in there, you hear a door creak open down the hall. You turn and you look, and you see coming out of the parlor room is a gentleman dressed in old-fashioned mailed armor, staggering slowly, blood pouring from a deep gash in the back of his head. This is what you see, Quantum, and you raise the alarm to everyone else. And we will pause.
yeah.
We'll pause there and take a quick 10-minute break.
Real quick, does he seem like a spirit or a solid individual?
Right after you give warning to the party, turn back to look. He's gone, and the door is shut to the parlor. And you'll have to run down there to see if you can see any blood on the ground.
Yeah, I'll do that when we get back.
Right when we get back. So break until 15 after the hour, please.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, so the first door that you push open. I'm sorry, that's actually the pantry, which I already described.
Oh, okay.
So there's the pantry. The second door is a flight of stairs that descend down. Stairs going
Found
down.
another set of stairs, everyone. Looks like it's to the basement.
Irem queries you and says, Vishay, so shall we go down, or do we think there's a better chance to find these spirits elsewhere?
Well, no stone unturned, as they say, but I usually
True.
prefer to do things in a orderly fashion, floor by floor, as they say. Never know what you might miss.
There's no predicting where spirits are going to show, though the sight of their death is often a good bet. But organized and methodical is the way to do it.
So
I
a
see.
quick search of this room. Go ahead and everyone roll a wisdom perception check. Who wants to quickly search this room? While you're doing that, the iron door built into the fireplace, opening that up, reveals an oven built into the fireplace, a rather simple oven, but there's something disconcerting there. So, searching, opening the door to the oven.
God bless it.
Behind the iron door is a fireplace with a metal rack. The racks can be removed, and there is a muffin sitting inside. It looks fresh, as if it was just made. There's some chips on it. Looks like maybe caramel chips. And it's even warm. So a warm caramel chip muffin sitting inside the oven. Other
Is
than
there
that,
an aroma? Can we smell this
yeah.
as
Does
well?
it smell
You
like
can
a fresh baked muffin?
Yeah, it smells terrific. It smells very tasty. Nothing else is found in your search. Oh wait, no, there's one other thing found. In the pantry, you find a vial with a rat skull on the label. Some sort of maybe poisonous substance inside the vial. So you found the freshly baked caramel chip muffin and the vial of potential poison.
You know, deductive reasoning leads me to believe that this might be poisoned, but why would this freshly baked muffin be poisoned?
The poison's in the pantry, not in the oven with the muffin.
Oh, no, I understand that, but, cooking and proximity is just how my mind works sometimes. Forgive
Well,
me.
no, that's fine, but I would surmise that there are probably more rats in the pantry where the vial is than in the oven with the muffin.
Why is this muffin even here?
Right.
Yes,
Like,
That's another question.
that seems to be the question.
If anyone would like it, they are more than welcome to it. I'll pass now.
no,
Would anyone like to taste the muffin?
I'm not.
I was just getting ready to offer.
Does the muffin smell or appear to be containing raw flesh of any kind? Otherwise, Dyron probably will pass.
That's truly a disgusting muffin.
There is no smell of raw flesh, no.
Okay, then it smells lovely, but I think I'm okay.
Okay. All right. So through the door to the south now?
When I taste
Probably
the
like a
muffin,
hero's
what's it
feast.
When you take the muffin, what was that?
like? I was tasting the muffin.
Oh, okay. Was that Quantum tasting the muffin?
Correct.
Quantum. The muffin, let's see here.
Oh, wait, we lost Robert.
Uh-oh. Out of chat? Yeah, I see him missing from chat. Let's see if he can come back. I see him still in roll 20, so we'll see. Okay, so the muffin. You bite it, and then it tastes delicious, first of all. But there's something not quite right, like your tongue catches something like almost worm-like and twitching in the bite. You can swallow it, or you can pull it out of your mouth and look at it.
I'm going to definitely pull it out and check it out.
You pull it out, you are holding what looks like the end of a rat's tail, and it's twitching to and fro. Just the tail, no rat at all, just the tail of a rat. The twitching slowly dies out as you're looking at it until it is limp in your hand.
Thank you.
Apparently, there was some cooked flesh anyway. Though it seemed to be still moving. And I show the rat's tail.
Curious.
Yes.
I've eaten worse.
All right. The next room to the south is a dining room.
Oh, 1 second. Are we gonna skip the basement then?
We'll come back to it unless you want to go down.
I mean, not especially. I just want to make sure that that's what everybody was,
Okay.
agreed on.
So the dining room.
Yep.
You see chairs and candelabras covered in dusty sheets attending this hall's broad dining room table. Still life paintings depicting multiple grand feasts hang on the walls, their faded oils making the food look rotten. A sideboard is filled with cracked dishware and 66 bent spoons. A child-sized form is seated under a sheet covering one of the chairs. It is unmoving. This one right over here.
Well, that's creepy. While Dyram has a chance, as it would be a bonus action.
No, even if it's raw, you don't get any.
Draws a card from the Taroka deck, the beggar, the 6 of coins, to use to learn another story, just in case.
Cool.
He needs it. Let's see, I need to roll for which story that is. I will do that while we move on.
Okay. Ishe, you are next to the childlike form. You pull the sheet off of the child, and you see sitting there in the chair is a ragged doll in a frilly red dress. A white patch covers a missing button eye.
Interesting. I think I'll just leave it there, I guess. Well, there might be a kid's room, so I'll pick it up and kind of hold on to it for now, looking at it.
It's a fairly large doll, like the size of a
so
child.
it's actually like the. Oh, okay. So it is
It's
like
like life size.
child.
Yep.
Child life size.
Well, that's a little disconcerting.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We kind of back up away from it slowly.
All right. That's going to be cool when Diary, when you get to use it.
Yeah.
So a search otherwise of the dining room reveals nothing else out of place here.
I'd like to investigate the doll for any other peculiarities
Okay.
or
I
like
guess.
Prodding.
fearing traces.
Me out.
Yeah, prodding and pushing and stuff at it. There's nothing inside of it that you can tell. You'd have to rip it up to verify for sure there's nothing inside of it.
Yeah.
Did you want to rip it apart?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
No. I'm not prepared to go that far yet. I don't know if I can maybe detect any ectoplasm or spiritual traces on anything, but let me know if I do.
Will do. Ishe, there's 2 doors to the south of the dining room. One large pair slide into the walls, and the other one's a normal door.
I'll do them one at a time.
Okay.
Starting with
That
this.
reveals a music room with a large harp in the music room.
Here, here's something that you might find interesting.
There's overstuffed furniture here facing a handsome concert harp, dramatically sculpted with a flock of flying doves.
Dyram comments on the fact that this appears to be a fine instrument, though of an old-fashioned variety.
It is indeed. About 6 feet tall. Fine condition. Looks as if
Take out my magnifying glass.
Looks as if it's been oiled regularly. Even though this house is 100+ years old.
Dyram says it's well maintained, considering this house is old and crumbling, and we've seen nobody about and spirits. Surprising, a fresh baked muffin, and a well-preserved instrument. Curious. I take
You,
some tentative passes and do a glissando on the harp.
Okay. When you touch the harp, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh dear.
Of course, it would be wisdom.
You feel compelled to sit down and play it.
I do, indeed.
Make a charisma performance check.
Oh, okay. Ow.
Wow, well played. You all are startled at first to hear Dyrim playing the harp in the otherwise quiet house, but the music and the sound is haunting that comes from it, and beautiful at the same time. You spend the next minute flawlessly playing a fast-paced, glass-sharp tune you've never heard before. You, at the end of it, learn the name of the tune in your head. It's just appears there, as if you'd always known the music. His name is Blood Tears of Claveria. It was written by the composer Lyron Evensong, and you have advantage on charisma performance checks made to play that chilling tune on any instrument.
Ah, lovely. And would I, as a bard who has traveled a bit, is this a composer that I might know? Is this famous in any way?
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know this tune?
Yeah, they are. You have heard of them. They've been missing for some time. You're not sure what became of them.
And what was the composer name? I'm sorry, Tom.
Lyron Evensong.
Thank you.
Lyron.
Really cool for a bard.
I do tell the party this, so I basically give them all of the information. That is probably better than I've ever played the harp, not being my primary instrument. And frankly, I've never played or heard that song before. However, I'm familiar with the composer, and I give them, as much information as they're willing to have me natter on about the music.
Seems like the spirits were guiding you then.
Yeah. As you
Helpful.
gather,
Strange.
as you're conversing here, you look around. You notice that Magdale is nowhere to be seen. You don't know what happened to them. You retrace your steps back into the kitchen, the last place you saw them. No sign of them there. Where do you
Their
want to do
pictures
now?
still in the. Were they in the? Well, I don't want to go all the way that far back. Never mind.
Yeah, the last place you saw
forward,
was
I
the
guess.
kitchen, and they're not there.
I can go downstairs.
We said we would do this methodically, but yes, maybe Magdal decided to explore the basement.
So we could go look then. No, with all these spirits coming around, they could have possessed her.
Well, I mean, she could be anywhere.
Does anyone have a way to try to communicate with her?
I yell, Magdal, where are you?
No reply.
Richten, can you hear us?
No reply.
Quantum, you're in the dining room still. Could you push the door open and see if Van Richten's in there?
Yes.
Yeah, you check back in Van Richten's room, and
Is that the okay? Yeah, that's what
it's
I
right
thought
there.
it was.
Yeah, when you push that door open, you are startled because right in front of you is Erasmus, the young boy, the young man.
Huh.
He it seems like he was maybe even listening at the door. He jumps back and says, "Oh, Quantum, I heard
He
some
was
I heard some yelling for like Magdal. Is everything okay?"
Well, she seems to have wandered off or disappeared.
as you're conversing with Erasmus, and you say she seems to have wandered off or disappeared, Van Richten's sitting in that chair there still, and he turns up when you talk and looks at you, and he says, "Who are you talking to?"
And I just, is the figure still there as he says this?
Yeah, Erasmus is standing there.
Okay. And I just kind of like hold out a hand, gesturing to him, going, "Well, your son Erasmus. Who else?"
I heard some yelling for Magdale.
Yes.
I haven't seen her, but I will let you know if I come across her.
Okay. I kind of give him my number 2 suspicious stare.
Okay. He
And
turns back to his book and begins to read again.
all right, I'll back away slowly.
Okay.
And head back to the group and say, Magdal's not there, but Van Richten's acting even more peculiar than he was.
Yes. What makes you say that?
Well, and I share what happened. That her son was like apparently listening at the door and jumped startled when I opened it. Yet again, I tell them about earlier, he didn't even acknowledge his son's existence. And I think something is suspicious there as well. I'm beginning to suspect something happened to his son.
I agree. Seems with the amplification of the spiritual energy of this house, we could be encountering a spirit that he's not able to see.
Well, or he is already aware of, at least in the past. Because when I said his son, it was like he wasn't even fazed by it.
And was the boy there when you were having this conversation? Did he speak?
He was standing right in front of me, between me and Van Richten, in fact.
Strange.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, I suppose the only thing to do now is keep moving forward.
Which room next,
Indeed.
Ishay?
We'll try to finish up this little loop we got going on here.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So that reveals the last room here.
Well, also, don't forget about Magdal.
In this wing. Right, where's Magdal? You open this room, hoping maybe to see Magdal. You see another sitting room, this one lined with overstuffed, although pretty ratty-looking chairs, and trophies on the walls. Maggots spilling out of one of them, the one to the west. There's also a crude mousetrap in the corner you spot behind the chair in the southeast corner. And you hear a little scratching sound, Ishay, coming from underneath the chair.
I'll kind of step to the side and lean down so I can see under without like getting prone.
You also hear
Can you
that.
paste that when you have a sec?
What was that?
Paste in the description you just gave us of the room.
Oh, I don't have any more on that room. So in this room,
okay.
you have...
What room was it? Just
We're
a
right
trophy
over here.
room?
Yeah, we got maggots coming out of this guy. We got a mousetrap behind this chair here. And underneath the chair, you hear scratching noises. Ishay backs up and looks. Roddy, you can hear the scratching noises better than the humans, being accustomed to having to deal with rodents and such. You look and you see there is a mouse there who is kind of standing guard by the trap, and almost glaring at the trap. It turns and looks at you right in the eyes as you're looking at it, and then turns back resolutely, staring down that mousetrap.
Is there anything caught in the trap?
No, nothing's caught in there.
What's? Well, that's.
Ash, you were breaking up there. What did you say?
Nope. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
Just kind of like, what's,
Skyrim says, "Well, little one, what are you doing down there? Maybe hoping that."
I am guarding this trap to prevent any further deaths. My name is Steph Zen. They crumble sat.
Are
No
they having
more
this
mice will die
conversation in
here.
common? Like, can we all hear this?
Yeah, you can all hear it.
He said, "Oh."
It says no more mice will die here under my watch.
Well, I could just see there's this like armchair or something, and on 3 out of the 4 sides, since it's against the wall, there's these giant heads sticking underneath, and this mouse like on its haunches at a mousetrap telling us this.
Yep, that's exactly what you saw.
Is
And
this
so
trap?
Quantum is going to says, "Well, let me aid you in your endeavor." And I will reach forward and with 2 fingers go to pick up the mousetrap and pull it out from under the chair.
He rushes to try and stop you from being injured by the mousetrap, but you pick it up, and he looks up at you as you do, with a look of concern in his eyes for your safety. What do you do next?
Is it a standard mousetrap?
It is.
All right. Well, I'm going to. Yeah, I will give him a look and a nod, or a wink and a nod, and then lightning quick, I will tap the plate with a thick, hairy forefinger.
All right. So the trap snaps down on your finger.
Well, I was hoping the lightning quickness would
Oh, okay. You
be
pull your finger out of the way,
withdrawing the finger.
and the
Yeah,
trap
I'm not being tough. I'm being fast.
the trap is sprung. And the mouse, you hear as it fades out of view, "Thank you." And you smell
Even the mice are spirits.
the smell of cheese. And there's a little piece of cheese on the chair.
I believe you have your reward, Quantum.
You know, and all the many, many spirits I have laid to rest and brought peace. Few are generous enough to thank me in this way.
is the mouse still there?
It's gone.
No, he faded out.
It faded out of view.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
All right. So you guys have finished searching this room and find nothing else. You can take the cheese with you, Quantum. You can eat it now if you like, or keep it for later.
I will keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where to now, gang?
Should we check the rooms that we've already searched to make sure Magdale didn't
Okay. Yeah.
hide?
You backtrack through the house, find no sign of Magdal. There's a few rooms in the southwest you haven't explored, and of course there's the stairs up and the stairs down.
Oh, yes, we haven't gone to
Oh, we
the
didn't.
circular room on the southwest there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Lead us on, investigator.
Definitely.
Okay. That door out of the entry foyer opens up into a closet. And inside said closet is several moth-eaten black cloaks, and on a high shelf a leather hat box.
What's in the hat box?
It's heavy. Takes a little bit of effort to lower it down to the ground, and opening it up, you're disconcerted to find that there's nothing inside, despite its mass.
I try to lift the box without the top on. Does it still feel like it's heavy?
No, it's light now. Whatever was weighing it down is now free and gone.
Oh no! Here you
Now we
say,
got
I told you not to open the box.
What's in
no,
the
I'm
box?
sorry. I just always gotta look, you know.
Dyram does
Don't
mention.
unturned.
Dyram was briefly a real estate agent back in Darkon and mentions how this house certainly does not lack for closet space.
No. Yep. All right. Yeah, Yishay, you head back out into the hallway. You got a door to the west and a door to the south.
Run my hand along the wall, try the handle, open the first door.
All right. It opens up, and inside you find a room with several art objects in it, consisting of moody landscapes and dour busts atop marble pedestals collect dust in this modest gallery. In an alcove to the east stands a larger-than-life onyx statue of an athlete wrestling monstrous, disembodied tentacles. To the west, a wall made of black stone curves into the room, an arch opening up into a darkened space beyond.
It had to be tentacles.
Always tentacles. Kind of take a look at the paintings as I'm walking by.
They look like they'd be of
Statues.
some value to collectors for sure. They're in pretty good shape, as are the busts. The statue of the tentacles. Anyone want to investigate that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get that.
Okay, Roddy. You see that it is hollow.
Oh.
The eyes are openings into a cavity inside. You
If I
can't
look
see
into
what's
it,
in that
can I-
cavity. It's pretty dark and gloomy.
Okay.
But it seems like the whole statue is hollow.
Does anybody have a light to see if we can see inside?
Torches, but that's a little bit overkill.
Mm.
Well, maybe we have a candle. Does anybody have a candle?
I always have a candle.
Yeah.
I pass a candle to Roddy.
Okay. I'll see if I can see in with the candle.
All right. Looking inside, you can see the space fills the whole statue. There's dark corners and dark recesses that you can't see what's in there. With all the tentacles that extend off of the statue. You'd have to break it apart to check every nook and cranny in case there's anything hiding there, but you don't see anything visible from the eye openings.
So, anybody got like a tentacle or other prehensile appendage they can slip in here and check all the nooks and crannies?
I'm not sticking
Tentacles.
my tail in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
No.
Noodly appendage.
Yes, it's noodly appendages.
Anyone got proficiency plumber?
Now, I've cleaned out a few cesspits in my time, but no plumbing.
All right, well, you'll have to break it apart to see if there's anything on there, and I'll assume you don't do that unless you tell me. Looking into this other chamber, Yishay, you see the base of the tower. This is the tower that was originally part of the castle that was here, that the manor was built adjacent to. And there is a set of stairs that climb up. Wind moans through the open interior of the place. The stairs curve from the floor to circle the dark granite walls and vanish into chambers way above. Seems like it climbs multiple stories up that tower.
And DM, may I ask before we leave that room, would my mage hand be able to enter this hollow eye socket of the statue?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
And
can
flow
certainly
around
cast Mage
inside?
Hand and feel around inside with a Mage Hand.
Okay, so I will do that.
Doing so, your Mage Hand locates a little scrap of paper, and it pulls it out or hands it through the eye socket to you. And that little scrap of paper, let's see here. How's riding?
Says, hold for just a minute, party. I think I found something in here.
How's riding? It's kind of crumbly, so you have to carefully read it and unfurl it to read it. It says... It bears a short message that says, shadowed fingers, eyes like glass, beware the below, L. Dolan.
Wonder if there's something in the basement.
Mhm. Have we heard that name before, Eldolan?
L. Dolan, no. No, that
Oh
does
no,
not.
I thought that was the composer, but that was Lyran or something.
Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
Alright. Either up the stairs of the tower, the foyer, down the stairs of the kitchen, or one more room here.
Room? Question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest before we ask the tower, we finish what we started and check the rest. Make sure we checked all the spaces in the house first.
Okay, in the
Agree.
last room of the first floor, you open the door to, and it is again another sitting room here. It's got an
Which room?
old rotting blue carpet. Blue is featured in all the various pieces of furnishings. There's an ancient rusted suit of armor here as well. And
This room?
I'm sorry, say again?
Is it this room right here?
Yeah, sorry, that's right.
Okay.
On the table are several figurines, wooden soldiers and horsemen and such. One of the soldiers, you see Roddy on the floor below the table, limping, trying to climb up. Its arm and its left side is damaged badly and gangrenous looking. You look
Can I try
back.
to pick it up?
You go to pick it up and it's gone. Other than that, the room, all the curios and such here are of not any significant value. Lots of wargamey type stuff in the room. Like they might have done chess here and war games here and things like that.
War games always have significant value to somebody.
That's right. Yeah. All right. You are startled by a man standing in the door behind you. You turn to look, and it is Van Richten. Rudolph Van Richten is standing there. He says, "We are ready for the seance."
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Follow me.
We seem to be missing someone. Is that going to be a problem?
Well, maybe this will help find them.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should be hieing off to a seance when we've got a party member missing.
Unless they've already joined the spirit world and we need to find them.
Well, there is that.
Mhm.
But sans evidence, we should, usually the simplest explanation is the right one.
There's nothing simple about the place.
Van Richten is in the room with the spirit board in front of him, awaiting your arrival if you guys join him.
Yeah.
Now, is his Erasmus there too?
Erasmus, yeah. When you come into the room, you see Erasmus is standing in the corner, kind of like up on his tiptoes, so he can see the spirit board. Very curious looking, but standing to the side, like it's not his place to be involved.
Sorry, how old did Erasmus seem to be?
You'd say 12 or 13.
I was thinking he was a young man of 20 or so.
Oh, nope,
Okay,
a
missed
teenager.
that.
A young teenager.
Okay.
All right. So, I have a spirit board here. Luckily, you provided a planchette.
Irem looks at Van Richten and says, will your son be joining us? pointing to Erasmus in
And
the
Richten
corner.
looks at you, doesn't look to the direction you're pointing, and says, no, he will not.
You do see the individual in the
Oh,
room with us.
Van Richten, what is the deal with the kid?
What kid are you speaking of?
The one standing right there that apparently everyone sees but you. He told me he was your son, Erasmus. He used to be a human boy of 12 or 13.
Van Richten crosses his arms over his chest, says, that was the name of my son, but he's no longer with us.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to say that.
I'm reminding you. Check your weight. Weigh yourself.
And here is a picture of Van Richten and his son, Erasmus.
Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Where the hell? Oh, there it is.
Although Erasmus is not
No.
spectral in the dealings that you've had with him.
Right.
He seems solid.
Yeah, he seems solid to all of you. Well, if Erasmus
Terribly
is here...
sorry for your loss.
Thank you. If Erasmus is here, maybe he will contact us through the spirit board.
I look at Erasmus and I said, that worked for you, kid.
Oh, I'm not supposed to take part in the spirit board stuff. I'll just watch from here.
All right. Whatever's good. Maybe the spirits of the other spirits have told you. If you need help, you can always come to me.
Okay, yeah, I'll stick by you guys. All right. Van Richten sits down, takes the planchette that you guys found, sets it on the board, and invites you to join him around the table.
Usually
All right.
sits down.
Yeah.
I'll sit in the chair that like Erasmus is behind.
Okay. Please join me in touching the planchette, everyone. He then speaks, spirits of this house. We are strangers who come openly and without malice. We seek only to know your stories and to help you find peace. We entreat you, make your presence known. Nothing happens for some time. You sit there, looking at the others around the room, sneaking a peek, those of you who do, otherwise your eyes are closed. Then, suddenly, the room grows colder. The lights dim, and the planchette itself begins to slide across the board of its own free will, it seems, until it is over the word greetings. Who are we speaking to? Says Van Richten. You see the planchette move across the board, first to the letter M, and then sliding left to the letter A, and then down to the letter R, and then back to the letter A. Van Richten looks at the next of you expectantly. Dyrem, do you have a question?
Uh, certainly. Dyrem says, how can we help you?
The thing slides across the board to the letter L, and then across the board to the letter O, and then across the board to the letter Y, and then slides up towards the top, and then diverts over to the letter A, and then back to the letter L. And stops. Van Richten then looks to Quantum and asks if you have a question, Quantum.
How can we help you? Oh, sorry, you just said that.
Yeah.
I mean, what action should we take to bring you peace and justice?
The planchette sweeps across the board to the letter R, then E, then V, then E, then N, and then G,
Ah,
and then E. Then Van Richten looks to you, Roddy. Do you have any questions?
Do you know his weaknesses?
The planchette sweeps over to the letter M, and then the letter Y, and then it hovers just over nothing for a little while, and then slides over to A, and then R, and then M, then O, and finally R again. And then he looks at Ishay. Any questions, Ishay?
How many spirits are here that we can help cross?
I'm sorry, what did you say? How many? Or
Yes, how many spirits are here that we can help cross over?
The planchette moves to the letter T, and then O, and then it circles around and comes back to O again, and then hovers just over empty space for a second, and then slides to the M, then the A,
Many.
and then the N, and then the Y. And then you hear a distant cry for help. Oh. And the fireplace in the room lights. And then as you turn back to the board, you see it moving quickly. Very fast. It goes to E, and then V, and then I, and then C, and then T, and then blank, and then T, and then H, and then E, and blank, and then C, and
What?
then H,
oh,
and then I, and then M, and then E, N, I'm sorry, N, and then E, and then Y, and then a space again, and then W, I, T, C, H. And then, slowly, after that feverish movement that you could barely keep up with, it moves to farewell and stops moving.
Mara.
The fireplace warms the cool air that had filled the room in the presence of the spirits, and now you recall, all of you, that distant cry for help that came from the fireplace before the fire started. and you would guess it was the voice of your disappeared friend, Magdale.
Okay. I was wondering if it was Mara or Magdal. Well, can we tell what direction it came from?
The voice, it came from down the chimney. So that's all you know.
And it appears there may be a witch in the chimney.
Well, I'm guessing the main furnace or fireplace is in the basement.
That would be my
Otherwise,
assumption as well. Yes.
it came like out of the bricks or whatever.
Yeah, although I would assume the chimney is above us. I mean,
Right, but it came from down the chimney.
It
came from
was
down.
Up, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It was up the chimney.
Yeah.
That would
It
be
was
different.
coming down the chimney to you. It was up the chimney is where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we take a peek up the chimney?
Well,
could
you can
extinguish the
douse the
fire.
fire. Yeah, if you can douse the fire first.
Why start with that? Just stick your head in.
Or you can find a chimney with no fire burning. One of the two.
Yeah. Good point.
So you want to do that? You douse the flames?
Right, I'm thinking the same way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take my water skin or whatever and just start spraying the logs.
Okay. With the sizzling and steaming, hissing noises, the flame eventually stops. And you're able to look up the chimney, and you see a long, at least 3-4 stories ascent through the house, but no one up there that you can see. Nothing up there that you can see.
Okay, so recollecting the layout, the chimney actually goes up the tower is what it sounds like.
This chimney? No, it goes up the center of the mansion.
We're back in the parlor,
1, 2,
right?
about 4 stories.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the mansion itself, I thought there were only 2 stories.
No, it's more than 2. Yep.
Okay.
There are other fireplaces, though. I guess, right? There's one there.
There are, definitely multiple fireplaces.
Are there so have we seen a staircase to a 3rd story?
Potentially. You have a staircase to the 2nd story right here of the mansion, and then there might be another
so we
one to the
haven't
3rd.
been on the 2nd story at all?
No.
No, we've only cleared the first level.
Yep.
I wasn't following along with the map well. Okay. Ow. Okay, so we haven't searched a good chunk of the mansion, not just the basement and the closet.
That's correct.
Okay.
So where to, everyone?
Want to split up and check the chimneys and then head downstairs?
Okay. The scream came from upstairs. Why would we head downstairs?
Basement.
And
there was also another note that we found that said, "Beware what's below."
yeah, I remember that. But I mean, rather than trying to solve the overall mystery, well, God knows what happens to Magdal, I suggest we proceed to her with as much alacrity as possible.
Which is also why I'm suggesting we go downstairs, because that was the last place that we saw her near.
Okay, but we just heard her scream come from upstairs, or what we think was her scream.
From the chimneys, yeah, which is why I suggested we split up and check the chimneys. And then if we don't find anything there, head downstairs. Or we could go upstairs.
Well, we're all agreed on
Anybody else
checking
have
the
an opinion?
chimneys.
Because
I would check
going
the other fire.
downstairs to find something upstairs doesn't make any sense to Quantum.
I would check the other fireplaces. I think that seems like a sensible idea, since the spirit suggested we evict something from some chimney, and we did not find it in this chimney.
That's a good point. The chimney witch.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not Magdale.
Yeah, with her fiery friend. Quantum,
Yeah.
which place do you want to go to? Go and move your guy where you want to be. Roddy.
I'll go to the nearest chimney.
Okay, go ahead. Move your token where you want, and then Roddy, put your token where you want to check out. Same with you, Yishay, and you, Dyram.
I guess.
And
I'll tell you-
Is that a
are
chimney
these
there?
fireplaces?
Correct. Yeah, anything with
Okay,
a black rectangle and
Yeah,
what
got
is possibly a
okay.
hearth will be a fireplace.
All right, so
I
let
guess
me
I'll go
find
check.
one. There's one.
Is this one over here?
I'll go to
Correct.
that one.
Okay.
I'll check this
You
one.
split up to go look for the chimney witch and or
And that
the
always
scream
ends well.
that happened.
I'm gonna look up my chimney, send my mage hand up there in case
Okay.
the flue is closed to open it.
Okay.
I need to.
You find nothing up the chimney that you're searching, Dyram. Quantum, you find nothing up the chimney you're searching.
All
Roddy,
right.
make a perception check for me. Wisdom perception. Okay, Yishay, and actually everyone, roll initiative for me. So click your token and then click the IN plus button, or roll it in Roll20, and then type it into the turn order.
Oh yeah. No, I did click on the damn thing. Oh well.
Quanta got a 16. Roddy got a 16. Sorry. Quanta got a 20. Nice.
Yeah. It was nice. I liked it. Something's going wrong.
And Yishay got a 18 plus 2, so 18 points or 2. Okay, there we go. Yishay, you are moving to investigate the chimney in the kitchen, the one where you found the muffin. You go in the room to open the iron door. You open the iron doors, and all of a sudden, as you do, a gaunt, too-many-elbowed arm lashes out to grab onto you, and let me see. Yeah, it's initiative here. Initiative, boom. You beat it on initiative, so you're within its reach, so moving away will provoke an attack opportunity from this thing. What do you want to do?
Those things.
Oops, shoot, I have a picture of it here. Just a second.
I found it! Everyone! Everyone!
Yelling and screaming as loud as you can. I was asking for Roddy's perception to see if she heard it intuitively before anyone else did, and she did not. Quantum, you're close enough too. Why don't you make a perception check? And then Dyram, you're automatically going to be surprised the first round. Roddy, you failed your perception check, so you're surprised the first round. Quantum, let's see how you do. Wisdom perception. 12. That is good enough.
And I get a plus D4.
You are good enough, so you'll be able to go in the first round. In fact, you go right when Yishay cries out. You hear the cry coming from the kitchen, so what do you want to do?
I will race. Well, did I see anything when I examined my chimney afterward?
You did not.
Or it's just, okay, it's still the same.
Yeah,
then I will race for the kitchen.
Okay. Picture the arm there, reaching out for Yishay. You race for the kitchen, so you go 5, 10, free interaction, open door, 15, 20, action to open that door. You got 10 feet of movement left. That's difficult terrain to 30. So you get to there with a move, an action, and a free interaction. Anything with your bonus?
Let's see. Yes, I can bonus action dash.
Go for it. Difficult terrain, so you can move probably 3 more squares.
All
You see
right.
this long, multi-jointed, burnt humanoid arm with long talons reaching out for Yishe.
3 more, you say?
Yep, difficult terrain every square in that room.
Okay. Oh,
All right, Quantum comes running up with enormous speed, Yishe, to stand beside you. Can't make an attack, though. Yishe, what do you want to do?
I'm going to cast blindness, deafness on it and try to make it blind.
Okay, you can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature that you can see. We'll say the arm's a creature. Constitution saving throw. If it fails, here's its con save. All right. You think it's blind.
All right, and I will then attempt to step back.
It does. It lashes around blindly and doesn't get a hold of you. And then Roddy, you're surprised this round. Then the arm lashing out blindly tries to hit you, Quantum, with disadvantage on the attack. 2d20. We'll take the lower of these two. Oh, they're both threes. You dodge it deftly. It does not get a claw into you. Dyrim, your turn. You're surprised this round automatically because you're so far away. Next
Yep.
round, Quantum, what do you want to do?
I shall attempt to grapple the arm that is reaching for me.
Go for it. Make a strength athletics check.
Could I do Dex Acrobatics instead?
No, not to initiate a grapple.
Okay, then I guess I'll just punch the arm.
Okay.
Because my strength is crap. All right, so... Well, maybe I should have tried the strength.
All right. You have advantage, though, because it can't see right now. So go ahead and roll again.
Nice. Well, that's a
Nice.
little better.
You grab that arm and twist it around. You hear bones snap and break as you do. Roll your damage with critical damage added.
All right, so... And... Well, it doesn't have critical on the roll 20 thing I'm using.
Go to
Oh,
roll 2d4
maybe it
plus
does.
2. And you're a rogue, so you get sneak attack as well.
right.
If anyone's wondering, we reskinned a dagger for his attacks with his hands. So he's basically doing the same as a dagger attack.
Right.
Okay, so /R D6. So 16 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So you twist that arm, breaking bones as you do. The forearm dangles limply, bone protruding out of it, and you hear a screech. In fact, all of you, even you, Dyrim, hear a screech through the chimneys, a howl of pain of an ancient hag screaming in pain.
Oh god, it is Magdale.
Anything else, Quantum?
No.
After Quantum, Yishe, your turn. The hand is there, still flailing around, badly damaged.
Back up a little bit more and try to chill touch it.
Go for it.
Oh,
a crit.
yay.
The hand, 10 points of necrotic damage, shrivels up. The forearm falls off and lands on the ground. The hand, clasping and unclasping some still. Anything else, Yishe?
That's me.
Just a stump
I'll
sticking
move
out of the
way
oven
of the
now.
door.
Roddy, you get to go.
Okay, she can go 40 feet.
Yeah. And with your
And then
cat,
she can
you could even
also
do
use
80
her
feet.
feline agility to go 80. Yeah. Will
Okay.
that get me into the room?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get anywhere in that room you want to get, basically, with that kind of speed.
Okay.
If you're to the southeast of Quantum, you would be adjacent to the arm. I'll just put this token here for the arm. Or the stump of the arm as it is now.
Okay.
Damn.
She will not get up right on top of it and use her radiant sun bolt.
Sunbolt, go for it. Go for it. You'll have advantage because it's still blind, so a 16 hit for 5 points of radiant damage to the stump of the arm. More screaming in pain. What else, Roddy?
That will be it for right now.
All right. The arm disengages, pulls back into the chimney, and is gone. And that is it. Dyrim, you appear on the scene breathlessly through the door. As the party is gathered around the hand that remains on the ground, and the hand alights in flame of its own, and despite efforts with water and other substances, burns up into a blackened, charred mess.
Well, does anybody want to check and make sure it's gone?
Did you get a chance to look up the chimney?
He did not, so you
Ishe.
could do that if you want.
If he's going to look up the chimney, I'm going to be poised to grab him and drag him away from the arm that takes his face off.
Okay. I haven't heard him volunteer to look up the chimney yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess Yushe will step up since nobody else is volunteering.
Neil's
Okay.
not that bright. I know he's going to.
It's your chimney.
It's not my chimney.
I pull out the racks that I hadn't already and peek around.
Okay, you very carefully look inside the chimney. Roll initiative, everyone, again.
Well, I can't get worse.
It's an ability check, right?
Initiative.
It is.
I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Nice, you have advantage on it.
Yeah, that's good enough. Unless he beats me.
Where we go? Oh, there we are.
Looking for Quantum's initiative, I think, still.
Oh, nat 1.
Oh, no.
It takes a minute to come through sometimes. Oh, and
It's actually a
here's the
7.
deal.
Yeah, you actually got a 10.
Oh, well. Oh, that's weird. I swear. Oh, it
You
was a
rolled
7.
different. Yeah, you rolled a different. So 10.03%. Okay.
The 7s sometimes look like 1s to me. And sometimes in that 1 can be as fun as a 20.
Okay, Yishe. All of a sudden, as you're looking up the chimney and the fireplace and everything bursts into flame, and you are engulfed in flames. You react right away to that. So I'll give you advantage on your saving throw. You got Dex save DC 15 to avoid taking fire damage with advantage.
Since I was ready to grab him, is there any bonus I can give him or anything?
You would have helped if he hadn't rolled so high.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
he is faster than I am.
he
even
got
ready.
advantage. Yeah, he's even faster than you. Looks like he doesn't make
okay.
it, though, even with advantage.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So, Yishe, you're burned in the flames before you can back out for 4 points of fire damage.
All right, not bad.
Not bad. And then,
Did it?
tumbling
Do I feel
out,
that? Sorry.
tumbling
Do
out
I
of the
feel that?
Go ahead, Yishe.
Do I still feel that my spell is in effect, or did it drop?
You don't know
Did it
for
make it
sure.
safe?
You don't.
Okay.
You didn't see anything up there. You didn't see that arm, that stump of an arm. But the flames, you saw the flames erupt, and then you backed out, and then rolling out of the chimney comes an old hag with flailing long arms, and she's like all burnt up. And she'll be here. You beat her in initiative, so your saving throw at the start of your turn, and then you still have your whole turn to go, Yishe. And standing to your right is this hag, who's maybe about 6.5 feet tall. Her arms would come all the way down to her ankles, you think, if she was standing. They're flailing around, they got long talons at the end of them, and her body's all charred. And the arm that was a stump is not a stump anymore.
Okay. Well, I made my con check to see if I'm still concentrating on the spell.
Okay, and it doesn't not appear that she's blind.
Okay, then I will definitely drop it then. And as a bonus action, I will activate my Form of the Dead. I get 3 temporary hit points. And then I will attempt to stab her with my dagger.
Go for it.
That's probably a miss. 9.
Miss.
All right, then I will move myself kind of catty corner to her, putting my shoulder to the wall.
Your turn, Dyrim. Remember the ground is all difficult terrain in this room.
Right. And so does it still appear to be a specter or
No,
corporeal at this time?
maybe. You don't know what it is exactly. It looks like a hag, about 6.5, 7 feet tall, arms all the way down to her ankles, burned all over her body, cackling madly, smoke and fire coming out of her mouth as she does. The flames in the oven are roaring, and it's your turn.
Okay. I will, from where I am, I will move closer, but since it's difficult terrain, I can't move very far. Let's see how far I can move. Maybe I could probably move. I'm going to move more to the center of the room. And then, it doesn't do a lot of damage. Since I'm here, I will look at the hag and point at her and say, "Thou art unfit for any place but hell," and cast vicious mockery. She has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, she made it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. After Dyrim. Roddy, your turn.
Okay. This is the hag here?
Correct.
Okay. So she will come. I'm having difficulty moving my token. It doesn't seem to want to move.
You might be on... Make sure you're on the arrow key, or the arrow tool.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why it won't move.
Try clicking off of it and back on it.
I can move her token. That may be the problem.
Actually, I think it's set to everyone. Let me double check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's set to all players right now. I'll set it to specifically
Weird.
you and see if it helps. So I've set it to just specifically Roddy.
I was moving it before.
And so what you might have to do is you might have to reload roll 20 if it's not working at all.
Okay.
But
When I
before you
click,
do,
it brings up everything.
before you do, let me know what you'd like to do.
All right, I just want to get up
On it?
into melee with her and do an attack.
Okay, so you step forward, strike at it with your staff. What do you want to do? How do you want to attack?
Hit it with the staff.
Staff? Okay. You can... Oh, nice. That's a hit. And you can use it two-handed, so you can do D8 damage with it.
Nice.
Nine points of damage. Nice roll. That does 4 points of damage to it. It seems to resist the attack from your staff. And then with your bonus, what you want to do?
Yeah, and then she's going to do another... she'll do a punch.
Go for it.
Or maybe a kick instead of a punch.
The kick strikes true. How much damage on that?
And
7 points becomes 3 to the thing.
okay.
All right. After Roddy is Quantum.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, don't need to do that. I can't do that. I can do that, though. However, I will make a subtle gesture with my fingers and cast Hunter's Mark.
All right. It is
Okay.
marked.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there weren't any caveats I'd missed. And then I will step up and punch her in the face with my fist.
Go for it.
And that will
And
be...
if you click your token and click unarmed, it's built in with the Hunter's Mark in there too. That's a hit.
All right. Well, is that the reskinned fist?
Yeah, the unarmed is the reskin fist.
Oh, okay. Nice. Then I will just... let's see.
You can click it. We'll just
Moved up.
we'll take the attack you rolled, but you can click it. It'll do the damage for you.
Okay, is it the one that says Hunter's Mark?
No, the one that says unarmed. 2 to the left of Hunter's Mark.
There it is. Oh, that... Oh. I must have not...
Boom. Okay, you
that would
hit
be
4
it.
points of bludgeoning, 2 points of Hunter's Mark damage, for a total of 6 damage to the thing, and it takes 3 of that
Well,
6.
and the sneak attack.
And yeah, click your sneak attack button, click your token, click the sneak attack button, and it'll roll your sneak attack for you.
Oh, okay. I'm not used to all this doing it for you stuff. That's nice. So...
You get another d6 at your level.
right, I can't... I'm trying to read the initial thing. Is it 5?
Okay, so you did 4
So it's
points of
4
base
plus-
damage, plus 2 points of Hunter's Mark
Right.
damage. And
Okay.
then sneak attack, 2
So
d6.
12 total. Okay.
You get another d6 for your sneak attack
Oh,
at your level. There you go, 9 more
at
to
third
it.
level? Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
15 then.
So 9 more does 4 more. Here we go, got it.
Okay.
After Quantum,
Oh, it does say 2d6.
the
Motherfucker.
witch. The witch, let's see, most damage from Quantum. So the witch turns her attention to you, Quantum, lashes out with her clawed, burning talons. You guys see a streak of flame come down and she strikes on Quantum. But Quantum dives out of the way in time to not be struck. That round's over. And Isha, your turn.
We'll try to stab it again with my dagger.
22 connects.
All right, and then I will need a wisdom save.
Fright until the end of the turn, unless immune to fright. Not immune to fright. Okay, wisdom saving throw is a 9. You got it frightened, have you?
Wait, oh, that's good stuff. End of turn.
And also you did 1 damage. Is that right? You don't have any bonuses? Okay, so that's actually 0 damage. But you made it frayed.
No, I have +2. Oh, it's because I'm using my dual wielding dagger. Yeah, it's +2.
Plus 2 more. Okay, so 3, that is 1. Got it.
Yep.
Roddy, your turn.
All right. She is going to bonus action step up the wind to disengage and back up.
Nice.
And she's going to
Also 1
do her
key
radiant.
spent.
Yes. Do the radiant bolt.
Go for it. 23 connects. 4 points of radiant thing. This thing takes full radiant damage. So 4 full points damage to it. Nice.
And that
After
will be it.
Roddy is
I
Quantum.
I think you may have skipped me.
I
but
did.
Yeah, I was
Kyrim,
going to say.
Kyrim, your turn. Sorry about that.
That's all right. So since Roddy was in the way, I couldn't get into melee anyway. So I to switch weapons, bonus action or action.
Free interaction generally.
Okay. So I will take a shot with my crossbow.
Okay. 21 hit.
Lee.
Oh, nice shot. You strike the witch right through the head.
Eye hole. I shoot for the eye hole.
All right. The thing goes through her eye hole, through the back of her skull, embeds in the wall like a gout of flame, shoots out in a reactive way from her skull, and she slumps down and burns up into cinders on the ground. And you hear a mad cackling, but this one much weaker, coming from the chimney. Like it's far away, some other location in the house.
Oh, good.
You look in the chimney and you see, lying there, in the flames, badly burnt up, Magdal's druidic focus.
Oh.
No sign of Magdal, though. Her druidic focus, I don't remember which, but we'll say it was an ashen or a yew wand, we'll say.
And I'm assuming there's other ashes in the fire pit.
There are. You don't see enough to think that Magdal's there, but she was there at one point. You don't know what became of her or where she's gone.
Certainly nowhere pleasant.
No.
And that's us kind of like going in and inspecting that chimney again too, and nothing popping out at us.
Nothing popped out this time. Nothing popped
Okay,
out.
I was gonna say, you're back up.
So now where to?
Guess we should check one of the other fireplaces.
Okay. You
I didn't see any at mine.
yeah, you go around the rest of this
You've hit
floor
them
and don't
all,
see
right?
anything in any of the other fireplaces.
Perfect.
Stairs to the basement? Someone pinging that?
Yeah,
I agree.
I think I'm with Yishay on that because I don't want anything coming up behind the party. I've seen enough of these stories to know that, you know, something bad could come up behind us from the basement. I'd rather work
Right,
my
but
way
if we
up.
go into the basement, something bad could come from behind us from the other stories. I mean, there's
Possibly, but you know, basements.
All right.
Well, right now we at least have the first floor covered.
Down
That's
to
I'm
the
just saying the logic wasn't so logical.
down to the
But yeah,
basement.
we can do the basement.
Down to the basement you head. It looks like creaking stairs lead into a damp, cobweb-draped cellar containing dusty racks and 8-foot-tall wine tuns. One of the casks has burst, covering the stone floor in crimson stains. You see a door on the far side of the room. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to check to make sure it is indeed wine and not another crimson stain.
Haha, smart. Okay. Move you over here. And the rest of you take up your spots where you want to be while he's checking the stain on the floor. I put your tokens right over here. So we got racks of wine. That's these things here. We got these tons of wine over here. One cracked and stained on the floor. Quantum's checking that out.
Yep.
I'm looking for the most intact looking bottle of wine I can find.
Gotcha.
You say.
On the racks.
If you can't find blood, a good bottle of wine, eh?
Okay,
You
Ishay,
know,
so you're walking down the aisle between the wine. You're getting about to the end. Quantum, you're looking at the wine. Dyrim, you're over there checking those wine bottles out. Roddy, you good where you're at?
Yeah, she's just looking around.
Okay. Dyrim, you hear a sound. This is meow. And it's coming from under the stairs.
And did that sound more like did you say like a meow kind of sound?
Yeah, but
So at first I look over to see where Roddy is.
People under the stairs.
I don't hear.
Roddy looks at you.
I speak.
You look at Roddy. Roddy, make a perception check for me, please. Wisdom perception. Okay, Roddy, you spy a cat-sized creature under the stairs slinking towards Dyram. You give Dyram a warning so that Dyram's not surprised. No one's surprised in the room as you cry out a warning, Roddy. Dyram, you turn around to see this little thing about the size of a cat, but more like a gremlin in appearance in its face. Let's see if I have a picture one. Yeah. Oh, I don't have a picture. Let's see here. Here we go. Dragging a picture out. While I'm dragging the picture out, everyone roll initiative, please.
Alright. Let's see. What's it look like? Ah, there it is. Oh. It's actually a hairless Persian. It's fine. That is so cool. I don't know if you guys are hearing it, but I switched to the dice I got for pre-ordering the Ravenloft book, and every time I throw it, it makes this boom sound when it lands.
Cool.
Yeah, I like the D&D digital dice. They're cool.
Okay,
I was like, digital dice, that's ridiculous. But now I've gotten a few, they are kind of cool.
So there's a picture of what you're seeing. Cat-like in size, but not cat-like very much in appearance. Wicked-looking teeth, yellow, solid eyes, and great big ears. The thing leaps at you, Dyram, biting at you, connecting with a 21 to hit, Dyram, for 8 points of piercing and necrotic damage mixed together, as the wound instantly starts to necrotize around the bite. So Dyram, 8 points of damage. That thing's
A total, right?
A
total, Tom?
A total, yeah.
Okay.
And that thing is done, but before anyone else can react, Yishe, another cat, or whatever these things are, comes from around behind the wine in the corner here, rushes out to leap at you, and bites at you. Missing badly. And then another one. These things are fast, or you guys all rolled low on initiative. Comes out from behind the wine tons, tries to leap on Quantum from behind. 18 to hit you, Quantum, doing 9 points of piercing and necrotic damage. Don't forget you have 6 temp to take off first, so you only took 3 real damage.
Yep, thank you.
And then Yishe, you get to react.
We'll cast Mind Sliver at the one in front of me.
Alright, intelligence saving throw for that thing. It gets a 19. 19. There's something. Hold on just a second. You cast Mind Sliver. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So something happens first before it makes its save. 3. Oh, nothing happens actually. So it makes a save, takes some damage. What else do you want to do, Yishe?
I think that's my only real action. I don't have any bonuses right now that I want to use, so that's it.
Okay, after Yishe, Roddy, your turn.
All right. She will do a sunbolt at the one over by Quantum.
Fire away.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
This was the right button.
9 is a miss, unfortunately. What else you want to do, Roddy?
Okay. I think she's just gonna stay there for right now.
Let's see. Let me get back to you, Quantum, real quick. So, Quantum, you took all your temps are gone, so you're down to 0 temps, and then you took 3 more.
It didn't show up. All right.
No, it's not showing up. So you have to do
Let
your
me do it
tokens
manually.
I got it updated. You're at 18 out of 21
That's
now.
weird.
And it is your turn.
Well, it updated on the token settings, but not on the actual.
Well, I just did
picture
it, so
somehow.
you probably didn't.
Oh, maybe that was
yeah,
it.
I just updated it.
It was right as I clicked on it.
Your
Okay.
turn.
Well, feeling this creature biting into his neck and the necrotizing effects, he will reach back with that fist and just like grab it and attempt to fling it from him.
Okay, go for it.
Oh. And we'll fail miserably, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah, the thing's quick. Dodges out of the way.
Yes, it is.
And then another one of these little creatures, as you turn to attack that one, comes from behind the wine barrel here to your side and leaps at you from the other direction, biting at Quantum. Quantum misses you, though. And then Dyram, your turn.
Okay, so with my bonus action, I will tell myself the tale of the Avenger,
Nice.
so that when I'm hit again, I'll get to do damage back equal to that inspiration die. It'll take 3 force damage, but then I am going to swing at this thing twice with my short swords because they're both light. So I'll swing the first one, which I get.
Oh no, that's
Oh
your
wait,
damage.
that's actually damage. So yeah, good.
That's a miss.
That also misses, but I will expend my inspiration die, if I may.
Yeah, and have advantage on your offhand.
Yeah.
Go for it. That's a hit.
Right.
D6
Now,
damage.
yeah. So let's.
3 points of damage, or actually 1 because it was your offhand, right?
Yeah. Yes, that was the offhand attack.
Got it. Oh, the Spectre's not in the initiative. I'll take him out.
Okay.
Didn't mean to scare you.
So,
After him, one more of the cats leaps from through the wine bottles onto you, Dairum.
that's what I got.
Bites at you. 16 to hit. Dairum is a hit, I believe. But click your
It
Relentless
is
Avenger
indeed.
so you can take some damage to it. It'll be different every time something hits you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I can. Where is Avenger? The last one.
5
5.
plus. That's a good one.
But I took.
You took 6.
6 more. Okay.
That round is over. Then the Grimishkas again. The other one attacking you, Dairum, bites at you. Hitting for 6 more. Give me damage for him.
Yeah. Let's do that first before I.
Oh, nice roll.
6 max
roll.
damage at least.
Then we got the one down here attacking Yishe with a bite. 23 Yishe for 10 points of damage.
I'll rebuke him.
Where of your tails been hit by attacker, you see deal 2 psychic to the attacker. Push it up to 10 feet. Want to push him?
Yes, please.
2 psychic. He yowls as you push him back. He hasn't moved yet, so he could still move back. He shakes off the attack and kind of glowers at you from there. He's done. Then the one attack in Quantum that Quantum tried to punch, biting at him. Misses Quantum. Next to go is Yishe.
Oh, wait. Things happened when I tried to cast spells. Can I do a Arcana check to rationalize that I shouldn't cast spells at it?
You didn't really witness anything the first time, unfortunately.
Okay, then I will attempt to cast Phantasmal Force at it.
Oh, nice, okay. See
So basically, it just looks like a big dog coming after it.
The thing explodes in fear and dies, and a swarm of those things appears in the corner out of the bits that fall on the floor. And let me see, I got swarm mini. There it is.
Oh dear.
So where once there was one, now every piece of it that splattered onto the walls and floor forms into another one, and you have a whole swarm of them now that you're facing.
Oh God. Okay, then I'm gonna immediately turn tail and run down the aisle. Guys, there's a whole bunch of those. Oh God. End of turn.
Okay. After your turn, and that swarm's going to go on the same time as the one that turned into the swarm. So I'm just going to leave him sitting there, even though he's not in the fight anymore. Actually, I'll move him off the map. There we go. Yishe ran up to there. The swarm. What's the swarm? It's got okay. After Yishe is Roddy. Go ahead, Roddy.
All right. I guess she's gonna. Which one? She's gonna come over here. Oh, I got the issue where I can't move again. I can't move myself again for some reason.
Let me know what you want to do.
I was gonna come over here by Dairum to try to.
North of him?
Yeah, I want to get this guy here.
Okay, the one east of Dairum you're punching?
The one by the wall. Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
I can hit the buttons when you want, or you can roll manually, your choice.
She's gonna take a punch at it.
9
It's not
missed.
doing very good. Take a little bonus action, take another punch.
13 may hit. Yeah, that connected. Damage.
Yep.
7 bludgeoning. You kick that cat right against the wall, and it falls limp and dead. Anything else, Roddy?
Nope, that's it.
After Roddy is Quantum.
Sorry. So, I'm going to use steady aim since I have not moved. It's a bonus action, and I won't be able to move after. And let me... so it just gives me advantage, and I'm assuming I will attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
And, oops, that's right. My sheet's back here. So...
You click the token and click the pistol button. It'll fire the pistol for you.
Right. No, I'm just going to punch it again.
Oh, I think steady
It's where-
aim gives you advantage
It says
on
any
next
attack.
Yeah, next attack. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
go
was
for it.
puzzled too because I thought it was only ranged from the name. So,
Attack with advantage. 20 is a hit, doing
Okay.
6 points of bludgeoning to that cat.
okay, and I don't get Hunter's Mark, but I do get my.
You get sneak attack.
So
you
we'll just
had
use
advantage.
the Hunter's Mark roll if you want, and we'll
no,
call
your
it
sneak
7.
attacks. Your sneak attack's 2d6.
2d6.
So click,
I
click
keep
the sneak
forgetting that.
attack button on your token. It is in your
right.
features.
Okay, so see, I had
There you go. 7 more points. That finishes it. You throw it
All
against
right.
the wall. And no more movement for you. Speed 0. Anything else?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
Use my bonus action and my action.
The one behind you attacks you with a bite. Missing. Then Dyrim, your turn.
Well, I have this one in front of me, so I'm just gonna swing at it twice again, even though I'm kind of hurt. So, first hand, 10 misses, I think.
Yep.
Now we'll do the offhand.
Hit.
20, that hits.
1 again. And did you use your inspiration?
I did.
You did? Go ahead and take off that
Yeah.
3 that you
Oh,
took off.
yeah, I took it off on D&D Beyond, but not here. Sorry about that.
No problem. Anything else, Dyrim?
I don't think I can do anything. Who has used their inspiration already? Has everyone used it or not?
I have not.
Quantum
I
and
have
Roddy
not.
still have their inspiration. You and
They-
Shay do not.
They don't stack though, do they, DM?
They don't stack, no. Oh, Bardic Inspiration is different than Inspiration.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so I will, as a bonus action, expend my last bardic inspiration, and I will sing a heroic song for everyone here and cast bardic inspiration on the rest of you.
It only goes one creature. One creature. That can use.
Yeah. Who? I am going to. Well, Roddy's right next to me. I'm going to cast it on Roddy.
Okay, Roddy, you have Bardic Inspiration. You can see there what it does. You can freely choose to use it after a check, attack, or save. Okay. Dyrim, you're done. Rimishka, south of Dyrim, relentlessly attacking despite being pummeled by you every time you... Ooh, a 20 hits you.
Yeah.
Do your react.
But I get to do
your
my
free
reaction.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
5.
Mutual assured destruction between you and the cat.
Yeah, exactly.
So cat goes down, you go down to 0.
Yep.
Round is over. Grimishka's swarm. The swarm comes out. You see, Roddy, the swarm coming. 6, and put it behind you. Swarming over the body of Dyrim, And all over Roddy are all this swarm of Grimishkas. These things attack her. If I can roll from beyond. I can't. 19 to hit you, Roddy, is a hit, doing
Yep.
3d6 plus 2 piercing. Plus, holy cow, these things do a lot of damage in swarm form. 17 piercing.
Eesh.
Oh no. Let's hope this force damage is light.
Oh, damn.
27 points of damage.
Yeah,
Dropping
Does
Roddy
that,
to
like,
0.
kill me?
Dropping Roddy to 0.
That's not enough to kill me
Not enough to
outright,
kill you
right?
outright, no,
Okay.
because you absorb 20 of it before, and 7 isn't more than 24, so you're not dead outright.
Alright.
So Roddy goes down. Direm's down. Roddy's down, and you have this swarm of Grimishkas and one other Grimishka left. This is good. Looking grim now. Ishe, your turn.
Okay, so if I do that, we can do that. All right, I'm gonna step into the swarm and feed Randy her healing potion.
Roddy, you get a potion of healing. I'll take the free one off your token for you. And you can
Alright.
click your token and click the under the gear P-heal. It'll roll it for you. Or you can just roll 2d4 plus 2. Either way.
And then
Your temps
I'm
are
gonna
gone. I'll take
activate
them off.
that again.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Roddy. 7 back. So you're sitting there at
Okay.
7 hit points. You're on the ground, unfortunately. Prone. That's this prone icon. There you go. Ishe, I'm going to give you inspiration for bringing back a dead comrade. So you have inspiration going, Ishe. What else, Ishe?
Thank you. As a bonus action, I'll activate my Form of the Dread again, so I get like really gaunt, starting to worry about all of this. And just
Ooh.
look at Randy. Hurry, get him up, get him up!
Lots of 10 hit points. That's nice. Let's see. I wonder why your 10 hit points are showing nothing. Because I must have it turned on so no one can see it. Let me see. 10 hit points visible to.
I don't know.
-0. Save. There we go. So you can see that you have temps. Ishe is done. Roddy, your turn.
Okay. Direm is down in front of me, right?
Direm
Does
is
he have
unconscious on the ground. Yes.
Does
Bleeding
he
out.
have a healing potion?
He's got healing potion on him. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll give him his potion to
All
lift
right.
him up.
I'll take your potion off,
Good.
Direm. You can roll the hit points you get. You're prone, of course.
Yep. Do you have a healing potion
Yeah,
token,
if you click the token,
Where-
right after your gear, there'll be a P-heal. That'll roll your healing.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
there it is. Yeah.
Roddy, you already have inspiration, so I can't give you inspiration for bringing Direm back, but I'll give you inspiration, Direm,
And I get
courtesy of
+9.
Roddy. So Roddy, that was an action to pour the healing potion down. Got your bonus and your move left. What else do you want to do?
Bonus. I can't attack unless I do a bonus
Correct.
attack unless I did another one. So, I will use a key point and do patient defense as my bonus action.
Okay. Then, do you want to stand up with your movement?
Yeah, no, I will
All
stand
right.
up.
You can take the prone icon off. You click your token, you click the circle below. I'll do it this time, but there it's off.
I'm still trying to get my hit points.
Roddy's set. Then, Quantum, your turn.
Okay, same thing, different creature. So, let's see.
Steady aim, advantage to the attack, roll your attack.
Yep.
And then roll your sneak attack after you do.
16.
That's a hit.
Okay, so can I roll all of this at once, or do I do it as two separate?
You roll it 2 separate ones. Click unarmed, click sneak attack. The reason being sneak
I'm
attack
getting the hang.
doesn't automatically trigger if you don't want it to.
Okay,
10 points
so
of
10
bludgeoning.
points.
Finished it. Well done. Well done, Quantum. Now all you have to do is deal with that deadly, deadly swarm of these Grimshkas.
Yeah, no biggie.
Direm, what do you want to do?
So I am prone, correct?
Correct.
And where the swarm is near me.
It's in Roddy's square, actually.
Okay, so if
Over
I attack it with my bite,
You can.
do
You want
right,
to stand up first?
Yeah, I think I should stand so
Okay.
I don't have disadvantage. And then I'm going to try and bite it.
Go for it. Oh, no. You're less than half, so you have advantage, but it's still only a 7. So let's miss.
I have no bonus actions of use, so...
Okay, you can take the prone mark off your guy. Round is over. The swarm of Grimishkas attacking your cat friend, who has advantage this time. Or, grants them disadvantage in the attack roll. They get a 12 misses anyway. I don't need to roll again, I don't think. Yep. All right. Roddy's dodging the cats. Yishay, your turn.
All right, so it's a swarm. Doesn't have reach, I'm assuming.
Correct.
I'll
Wait, this is
move.
a medium-sized swarm of small creatures that might have reached. Let me double check. Nope, still 0.
Oh.
You're good.
Okay, cool. And then, oh man, these things really don't like magic, but I really don't like them, so I'm gonna try to do a chill touch on this and see what happens.
Okay.
17.
17 missed it.
Oh no!
The swarm causes that spell with a reaction to hit another creature of its choice within 30 feet of it that it can see, so it has you hit Roddy instead of it.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Doing
Roddy.
7 necrotic
okay.
damage to Roddy and dropping her
I'm
unconscious
back down
again.
to 0.
What else, Yishay?
I feel bad. I feel bad for the rest of my turn.
After Yishay.
I did that in another game to a character.
Roddy,
I
you're at start the turn at
killed
0, so death saving throw, please. You can click your token and click the A15/H24 button, or you can just roll a straight d20. That is it. 1 success. We'll mark that. Let's see. You're at 0 hit points. Mark that. You're prone. We'll mark that. And you have 1 successful death save. Okay. After Roddy. Quantum, your turn.
Right. I could stand off and fire, but I think these guys need some fresh things to bite. So, oh well, actually, everybody's. No, that's right. Dyron's back up, correct?
Correct.
Dyrum's up, but Roddy's unconscious.
Roddy's down. Yeah.
4. I'm assuming that's like the corner of the stairs, so
They are in
he
Roddy's
cannot
square.
actually. Oh, they are. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what that.
So you can
means.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you can attack them from there. Yeah.
We will step up to them. And 1 second. Oh, he gets advantage. Or
You can sneak attack because you have an ally
right. I
adjacent.
don't need advantage because there's enemies or my allies within 5 feet of the creature. Right.
Correct.
So okay, and I can do all this from within roll 20. Click on the target.
Just click your
oh,
token.
wait.
Click unarmed.
I did that.
And click sneak attack.
Okay, I have to hit first though, right? Or does that do it all?
No, just
Okay.
click. Yeah, click your token. Click unarmed. We'll see if it hits or not. If it does, you can hit sneak attack.
Okay. Oh, okay, that does.
Since it's
okay,
your only
so-
attack this round, no reason to delay.
Right.
That's
Okay,
a
I
hit.
forgot unarmed did that. Yeah, that'll hit.
And sneak attack.
So 4 plus. Oops, there it is.
12 points
8.
of bludgeoning
12
damage.
points.
It resists bludgeoning being a swarm. You only hit a few of them.
That's right.
So the 12 becomes 6, and you can tell that's about a quarter of its hit points, you'd say.
Okay.
There's about 3/4 of the swarm left. Quantum's done. Dyram, your turn.
Well, I'm going to return the favor and pour my healing potion down Roddy's gullet.
Okay, your free one's gone, but you have extras, right?
Yes, I bought one
Gotcha.
with my money.
Do I roll that to heal? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can do that, Roddy.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
your to heal. What else, Dyram?
What is that a bonus action or is that free?
It's an action to pour out.
Right, oh,
potion
so
down.
that's yes, right. Okay. Well, there's not much else I can do at this point, so I'm gonna just hang out there.
All right. Then Grimishka swarm. Roddy's they thought she was unconscious, so they move on to Quantum, who's attacking them, and attack him with all their bites. 11 misses. Quantum dodges these things. Ishe, your turn.
Yay.
Well,
So they're now in
having
Quantum
learned my
Square.
lesson, having learned my lesson with the magic, I'm going to throw a
Oh, I
dart at
meant to
it.
yell. By the way, Yushay, I think you were right about the
9
magic.
is a miss.
Mhm.
Okay, that's me.
And then Roddy, your turn.
Okay.
So
I
Roddy,
don't
you
know how to
got
get out of death save mode in D&D Beyond. Oh, all right.
Oh, you just have to add the hit points back. If you give yourself hit points again, then
Yeah, it's not registering the hit points though for some
yeah.
reason.
So if you click in the death saves box, it'll bring up the big hit point management
right.
sidebar, and you can give yourself your hit points back.
I put the 10 hit points in, but now it doesn't save it or anything.
You did it in the healing box. You like type 10 and then.
Yep.
Huh. Well,
I don't know.
that's weird.
Well, you can use your token macros. You click your token and
All
you
right,
want
yeah,
what you want to do.
I got 10 hit points. Okay, so she'll try punching these things. Or maybe she'll try to hit them with her staff.
Staff two-handed. Yeah, so click your token,
Yeah.
click the staff -2H button. And I'll roll that attack for you. 21's a hit.
Okay. That's 7 damage.
7. That does 3 to him.
Okay, and bonus action. I don't think I can't use my staff as a bonus action. It has to be unarmed, right?
Correct.
When I do my bonus attack.
Yeah, you have to do
Okay,
unarmed.
so,
Yeah.
all right, so that'll be a punch.
That's a miss.
That's the miss. Can I use my inspiration, or do I have to declare that
You have to
ahead of
announce
time?
that beforehand. You can use your bardic inspiration though.
Yep.
The bardic
Okay.
inspiration would let you
D4.
add a D6
I don't think
to
that's
the
going to
roll.
be enough, right? The 17 didn't hit before, so I can only
Well,
get up to a 14 with an 8.
There might be reasons the 17 didn't hit.
Yeah, they
Oh.
don't. Yeah, magic seems to not be working. That's what we
okay.
heard the others yell out.
All right, so I'll see if that D6 helps.
Oh no, nope, a 1 doesn't.
Nope.
So we'll take the bardic inspiration off you. Anything else, Roddy?
Okay. Nope, that's it.
Okay, Quantum, your turn.
All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to once again use my bonus action to steady aim.
Advantage on the roll.
Well, because otherwise I would not get advantage. Right. So, unarmed,
21 hit.
sneak attack.
14 points of bludgeoning becomes 7 bludgeoning, dropping the swarm to less than half of its number. So that's
Nice.
good news. Anything else, Quantum?
Nope, nothing else I need to do.
Dyrim, your turn. They are actually in Quantum Square, so you're still adjacent to them, Dyrim.
Right. So I am going to use my 2 attacks. Maybe I'll hit finally. Oh, man.
That's a miss.
I don't think I've rolled.
And a miss. Rounds over Grimishka's turn. Attack in. Oh, only a 5. Ishe, your turn.
I will. So I've got my 1 dagger in my main hand. I'm going to draw my other dagger, come up and try to stab it twice with my building actions. 16 and 18.
Both hit. And you
All
actually
right.
need to be there. Unless you were throwing them. Were you throwing them?
No, I was
Okay.
shaking. And then
That always
need a
gets me in
wisdom
trouble.
save. 2 wisdom
All right.
saves.
Both of them do 1 point of damage each, so 2 points down. Got it. After Ishe is...
Wisdom save
Oh, wisdom
for
save.
Form of the Dread.
Form of the Dread, wisdom save. Coming, wisdom. Looks like they made it. Roddy, your
I
turn.
do that each time I hit.
Oh,
When
okay.
I hit a creature, so I can do 2. Oh no, 1. One's on each of my turns. Got it.
Okay,
Alright.
Roddy, your turn.
He's gonna do the two-hand quarterstaff to start.
Go for it. Miss.
And follow up with a kick.
That connects.
Okay.
4 bludgeoning, doing 2 to him. Just a few left, Quantum. Your turn, Quantum.
He's going to
Quantum.
continue to do the same thing. Attacks with advantage. Nat 20 and a 19.
Ooh, crit. Nice damage.
Nice.
Yes.
I
So
think you're going
let's
to get
see.
both of them, like ringing them one in each hand.
So unarmed.
All right, 5 points of bludgeoning
Sneak attack.
and 12 points of sneak attack for 17 total points of
And-
damage, killing the last,
Well, plus his. Okay.
killing the last 2 of the
critical.
Grimishkas. And you guys can draw a breath now. They are all dead. You look around the room and see none other lurking in the dark shadow.
I clap Quantum on the shoulder and say, "See, aren't you glad we came down here first?"
The stains on the ground by the ton were wine. The stains on the ground by Roddy and Dyrim are their blood.
Well, yes, they are now.
Yep.
Alright.
I do
You guys wanna
uncork
do
the
any-
bottle of wine.
Okay, yeah, you can guzzle down some
A
wine.
little liquid courage.
Yeah, Quantum will grab a bottle, not caring what the label says, crack it open, and just start pounding it down.
Very good.
Alright. Roddy bought a couple of healing potions, so she's gonna take one of those right now.
Okay. Oh, before you do, Roddy,
Oh.
you guys have not taken a short rest yet, so you could do that if you
Right.
want.
I would rather suggest that than
That way you
use
can
our
spend your hit
resources. Yeah.
dice.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, pretend I
So
didn't
you do
roll
a
that
short
then.
rest here in the wine room, drinking your cares away, and
Alright. Oh,
you
that's
can-
good too, because then that gives me my key points back.
you can get your key points back. Spend hit dice to get hit points back. Go ahead. If you
Alright.
roll, you can roll manually. Roll in D20. If you click in
Oh.
tokens, you click the button that's your armor button, the one to the right of your initiative.
Eight.
I'm going to line you up at the top row of this wine. Once you're done and ready to continue, just move your token 1 square up. That's how I'll know you're ready to go.
So it does not specify that I lose my temporary hit points at any given time. Do I lose them after a long rest or a short rest, do you think?
Long rest. Yeah. Temps go away
Okay.
after long rests. Unless they say
You
otherwise.
do? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Shoot.
Alright, that's almost back to full, so that's good. To 21. Oh, I gotta change that one token. Which, I don't know how to move this box so that I can see my token. The 20.
Yeah, I don't see anything in Form of the Dread that says they're less than
Long
regular
rest.
temps. So they should be long rests.
Perfect. Thank you.
You only get it twice per long rest.
hmm
You used it twice now?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. So, you finish your short rest down here in the wine cellar. You search the place and find no sign of your friend. There's one doorway down here. Do you want to go through that?
I have an idea. 1 second. Shit. That's not it. That's not it. Ah, there it is. I'm gonna say, just a second. We're still looking for the green chick, right?
Correct.
Roleplay
Alright.
wise, yeah. Meta wise, we all know what happened. We can
But
continue
do
to
we?
chase the red herring if we want, but it's a red herring.
I believe that, yes, there's been a disturbance in the ether. It's kind of like an Ethernet problem, possibly.
Oh no.
That's good.
Oh, come on.
That's good.
Throwing a net around the ether.
Are you going to open the south door
Use
here?
that one in class.
Ishay, are you
So
opening
we're
the south
pretty
door?
sure she's gone, eh?
Ishay, are you going to open the south door?
So to respond, yes, I'm going to open the door. I'm pretty sure that if she did go anywhere, she would have gone the door that was closer to her rather than upstairs. That's my thought.
Okay, this is a dead end.
You're assuming she
Story.
went voluntarily too.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is a dead end in the storage area. There's old furnishings, rotting pantry, staples, and boxes of mundane junk filling the musty storage space. And that completes the basement area. So you can return back up. You know you're looking for this chimney witch, which you fought one or two aspects of the chimney witch, and then you heard a mad cackling further away. So you know maybe other chimney locations you want to search to try and finish off the chimney witch.
There's no
And
chimneys
there's also a
down here,
sign
right?
in the chimney of Magdale. So they kind of both lead you the same direction.
Perfect.
And DM, do you mind if we take a brief bio break? Or
That's
if I do,
yeah.
I'm going to step away for a
We're
moment.
actually going to break for lunch here in about half an hour. Let's take a 5-minute bio break.
Yeah,
Let's do that. So we'll break for 5,
Great.
come back at 25 after.
thank you.
Thank you.
11, so you both are back to full hit points.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Dyram.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Dyram.
See you after lunch.
See you guys all after lunch.
All right.